Hello and welcome to another West March Guys live stream. I'm your host AJ, the DM, and this is my lovely cast and crew. Say hello.
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 Good to be back for 2 weeks in a row. It's pretty crazy. So let's get into it. First, sponsored by McCarthy Farms. Any news on that front?
It's almost
No,
planting
still,
season.
still cold. And also still sponsored by Power Up the Band. What are the next tour dates or next show dates?
Playing Girth Control's album release weekend this Friday in Albany at Empire Underground, and then Saturday in Buffalo at the Mohawk.
Nice. So going upstate. Be there or be not cool guy who listens to uncool music. So with that, let's jump into tonight's episode. We left off with you guys getting a full rest after having kind of run some errands, and with the hopeful intent of returning to Gnosi to retrieve some maybe futuristic weapons, found it in a little bit of chaotic. I was gonna say disrepair, but that's not the right word.
Disarray.
Disarray is the right word. It is on current full lockdown. The rebellion was a hot spark, however, left when you guys left, and they have been paying the price of the repercussions ever since. Still very much a problem, but you guys were able to kind of prioritize yourselves and then make your way back onto the ship uh, just in time to learn that the fog in Eden had made their way into the sewers somehow. Later, you found out maybe it was your fault. But we ended the session with Finn having done a little bit of a loop-de-loop around the city. And I'll reveal that later when you really come back. But taking the surveying the scene, seeing where the fog is like kind of creeping out of the sewers in the main streets. I believe you had a conversation with um, Barnaby and told him that you guys, or you kind of got the lowdown from him and said that you'd be back. And then you teleported back and got a long rest. So we wake up, Terror of the Deep, early morning. You guys can go through your normal routines. The ship engine is humming along. Nocton is toiling away at something within the engine. He is mumbling and he's in a very bad mood. Apparently, something must have broke, and so he is like almost upper torso deep into it, trying to fix it. But you guys are still moving. But it's annoying. So, how would you guys like to spend your day? You are on day. Oh, geez, I don't even know what day of travel it is, but you
We
have
have 5 days
days
left.
left
I was gonna
before you
say
get to eat.
that's
So, what are you doing with this day?
I need Magmore to message Albus Cloverfoot and get a status
Okay.
update.
What's the update? Captain, oh, Captain.
No, I just need a status update from
Oh,
him.
from Albus. Oh, sorry, I'm sleepy and not awake. Okay. Hey, General Cloverfoot. It's Magmore from the Terror. Checking in to see how things are going. Uh, Hope everything's going well. And he waits, throws thumbs up. He says all things are good. Uh, Still cruising. Hit some minor slowdown with a storm, but other than that, all good. Still 5 days out.
All right. So
That
I
sounds
guess
good.
yeah, I guess we're good. Shall we have a captain's meeting to figure out how we're going to arrange the ships for the attack?
Uh, Look, Captain, that's your call. That's not my forte. Do you need any more messages sent?
Oh no, not I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my first mate Julia.
Of course you weren't.
It's just like
He dis-
I mean, it's probably a good idea. I can't imagine unless I mean, what are you thinking? Maybe having a plan going into it would be a good idea. We're
Yeah,
just gonna
where's
like,
Phantasma? Phantasma should be here too.
What do you want? I'm making tea over here.
All right, I need strategy, right? You can do strategy. You've done strategy. You were the fucking mistress of the sea, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Um,
I have been known to do it.
Baroness. That's what it was. Right. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
appropriate title. She's like clinking a little spoon in her cup.
Yeah. Cool. We should figure out a way to arrange the ships for an what's the word? For an offensive, for an all-out offensive.
An all-out assault,
Assault.
assault on the fog.
Offensive maneuvers. That's what it meant. Assault.
Offensive maneuvers. So first thing, what I suggested, I think a long time ago when we started talking about this, is if she's gonna start like throwing up like the like chalkboard, but in just like in front of your face with little like trails of druidic magic, little druidic spores. She goes, okay, so I think if you're going to have them come, like the the Visundo force is coming from the north, yeah,
Right.
and
Yeah.
we're
We
gonna
we
come from here.
we want to beat the Vasundi force there because we don't want them to know that the Vasundi force is coming.
So if we're going to do that, then once we get appropriately close, I think we spread out in a line, and then we try to be as menacing and like kind of as long as possible, and then we close the gap towards them, pushing them away like in the direction. Like, I mean, have you ever like herded like fish, or I guess I think the term is herding sheep?
Herding fish or sheep? No, I can't say I have done that.
Okay, well, as long as you appear really big and scary enough, they're gonna run the opposite direction. And we have a lot of ships, and
We
if
do
we
have a lot of
spread
ships.
out in a line, we would seem very menacing. If I saw that on the horizon, I would immediately tell my men to turn the ships around and sail in the opposite direction.
And what if they call our bluff and decide to Red Rover right through us?
Then they would be fucking idiots, and we would destroy them.
Okay, good. Let's do that. That makes sense.
Would you like
Shall
me to do the finer details of the figure eight approach?
no, I will take your word for that, and you can relay that to the rest of the captains
Okay,
because I'm sure
it's
that they know
kind of
what that means as
fascinating if you
well.
think about it.
Yeah, I believe you. I'm less interested in that and more interested in just having a plan. Other thing,
Yes.
I did really like the idea of sending in decoy ships, a la Blackwater Bay type situation.
Yeah, I do approve of this method, but we need to be able. So the best strategy comes from information. So once we get close and we know where they are,
Oh, I already know where they are. I can point to it on the map. I flew there
I
last
mean,
night.
yes, but I'm saying strategically in position to where we're going to send. Because are you just trying to? Are you trying to fake it like we're trying to surrender? Or
No,
are you just trying to send in an empty ship and have it go boom?
I'm trying to send in an empty ship to draw their fire and then I don't know, fuck something up before the rest of our ships get there so they don't I don't know. I mean, they know how many ships we have, kind of.
Okay, so here's my actually I just thought of a brilliant plan. We use the whales, harness them to empty ships, and I tell them to just go fucking crazy and just swim like chariots and try to like draw their fire.
Yes.
Because as long
What
as they're connected to the connected to it the right way, they'll be underwater and just I mean hopefully they don't get hit and they'll think or it'll appear like the ship is being pulled.
Now, what if we do that and make them believe that that empty ships are being pulled, and then we jump out and surprise them that there's actually people on the ships, and then we shoot them with cannon fire
Are you going to shoot them with cannon fire from the ship that you're on, that you're like boo, or from the other ships?
from the ship that we're on, that we're surprising
And
them
that's
from.
fine. You're just going to have to do a very good job about making it seem like nobody's on the ship.
Or we pick one of the ships for all of us to be on, and then we fire from that ship, using 2 other ships as shields for that ship.
That could work.
And then once our ship starts taking really terrible fire, once we've done a considerable amount of damage, we teleport from our ship back to the fleet and then bring the full force of the fleet to them. Meanwhile, the whales run amok, dragging the ships into other ships.
Yeah, hopefully they like crash in there. They could maybe run them, like make them go for like a little chasing their tail, possibly.
Whale chaos. Operation Whale Chaos.
We can absolutely do that. They are very eager to help, but I will say, um, we are trying their conditioning. They are very tired, and it's some of them are complaining, but I have told them to power through, and that we need to get there on time, and
there-
hopefully.
Is there anything that we can do for them in the meantime?
Well, I mean, unless you want to design a harness so that they don't have to swim, or it's
Design a
just
harness to pull the whales?
yeah, because they're tired. They don't
Can
they don't have sails and can just sail through the night. They need to rest.
can you turn them into smaller things so we can just keep them on the deck of the boat for a while they sleep?
But let's see if I would actually get 8 hours from what she would do.
Why don't you just teleport him there, Finn? We
I
could just
don't
get him.
think
Yeah.
I don't think they will fit into a 10 by 10 square that I could teleport them.
What about the other one you do where you just touch us and we go boop?
No,
Yeah.
that's the one I'm talking about.
Mm.
You said a circle or a? I thought you
Because
don't you have an instant one?
I do have an instant one, but I can't I can only I don't think I can teleport whales.
Oh, I figured it was just anything.
Oh, I mean, I could. Okay, so Finn, on that front, I could. I can transform them, but it's not for a long time.
Uh is there
I can.
perhaps
I can upcast it, but still, it's not great.
are there perhaps plants on the bottom of the sea that are big enough to teleport a whale?
Swim through.
Uh, we could. I mean, I could try. We'd have to get closer to probably the mainland.
Would that even be
But
worth it?
maybe to be honest, I've never really been able to pull it off underwater.
Okay, that's fair. Um,
Maybe it would work with coral. No, because coral is actually the animal that lives inside of the shell. No, the tree. Yeah, I don't think it would work with coral. Maybe
all
if
right.
we found a kelp forest big enough, but good lord, how fun! Like you'll never find that.
Okay. Well, maybe we can do some well, we're gonna have to harness them anyway to pull the ships.
Yeah, so that way then we can at least like
We
we
we can do
get
like
right
like a
behind.
chain.
Yeah.
We can do like a whale caravan. So there.
Narcan, do you think you could make that? Because, oh yes, I absolutely can. Once I fix the shit that's wrong with the engine. And
What's wrong with the engine?
a piece broke and I don't have the right other backup piece to break it, so I'm making it work.
What piece do you need?
Do not be alarmed. It's fine. It's just going to take some time and a lot of curing time.
All right, Julia, what's that book that you're trying to
She's just
show
furiously
me?
flipping through notes. I swear, you have more. I don't know. I've seen you do some crazy things, Finn. I think you could do it. I don't see why. They're just I mean, it's just like people, right?
I mean, are they just like people? I could try it.
Which
I,
maybe.
I I've only ever been able to do up to 8 creatures. Up to 8 willing creatures of my choice that I can see within range. Specifically. How many whales are there?
A lot. Let me go to
Are there more than 8?
I mean,
one,
you moved
two.
like 20 people in one go. How is that not bigger than a whale?
Well, that was the circle.
There's
Okay,
six.
all right. What if we put a
Six.
circle this way and they like swim through it?
There's 6 orcas and a humpback.
6 hookers and humpbacks. So that's 7. Perfect.
See, less than 8.
All right. Well, I
Dude,
mean,
it's a giant humpback whale. What do you mean?
But it's just like the creature. I mean, come on. She's like flipping through. Like, does anyone know how to like shrink things? There's got to be a way to shrink things.
There's absolutely.
um, okay. Well, here's what we can do, and I should probably go with them to make sure that it actually works and they don't, and one of them doesn't end up on top of a building in Eden, like the last time I
That would
tried
be
to
bad.
teleport
That would be
all of
good.
us there. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
it doesn't specify. It's
Do do
not
do do.
far.
you know what? You know what?
They just need to be willing.
Fuck it. You know what? I'll try it. Phantasma, let's go talk to the whales. Well, you're gonna talk to the whales and make
Oh
sure that they're
God,
willing.
that's going to take like that's hours of swimming.
What do you
It
mean
takes me
that?
half of a day
To what? To get them?
to go talk to all of them.
Okay, well,
I can't just call them in.
what? Why not?
Don't you have like a thing you send out? You just be like, "Hello, birdie."
Isn't
Wow.
isn't it just fucking sonar?
I mean, I can only whistle so. Please tell me that that's going to.
Like that type of shit.
No, actually, that's going to be perfect. Hold on to that exact
Okay.
sound, and we're going to go check this out. All right.
Whales coming to the camera. Like that.
Uh, so I'm ready to go when you are.
All right, why don't you have them come to us? We'll collect them here because they all have to be in the same place for me to get them there all at once.
Okay, well then, how about this? I will go collect the whales, and you go teleport more troops over to Eden.
Oh, we already
I
have.
teleported.
Yeah,
I,
all the troops that need to be there are there. Julia's like flipping through her notebook because we needed 250 and we've already gotten that. It was the last
Finn
couple of
just
days.
Finn just points to Julia.
Because we did
Okay,
100
I don't.
yesterday and then 100 the day before.
All right, fine, nerds. I get it. I'm going to leave.
Julia's just got
That's
spreadsheets
right.
all over the place now.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
been...
this is perfect. You go get whales, bring the whales to us, and I will bring the whales to Eden, and they will just have to chill outside of Eden, outside of any.
Maybe they could go get that cold Mizium thing.
It
They would
looked
need
like they
fish.
already got it. It looked like they pulled it off the bottom of the ocean or at the bottom of the bay.
Did they?
I thought I saw that, but maybe I didn't. When I was thinking about what I saw, it sounded like I saw it.
Well, maybe we can figure that out.
Okay. But also maybe just like not be right over there, like near the enemy. Like make yourself scarce. Just actually rest for several days.
Yeah, like a
That's.
day out and then we just meet up and then they can swim in.
I will tell them to be safe. Maybe they can go find more whales. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah, because we got what 5 days until we're there, so that we would just need them to meet up with us in 4 days.
Okay. I think they could remember that. Etrian, what are you coming? And Etrian's like, yeah, like Etrian's like chugs like the one coffee he poured for himself. He goes, we could split up, and you could go take the north, I could take the south, and then we could be double time. He's
Then it
like,
would be a quarter of a day, 6 hours. Bing
yeah.
bang boom.
All right, meet back. So they pile into the airlock, and disappear up and out of the ship. Watch them both wild shape into a orca of specific variety to them. So Phantasma is a little bit more blue, and Etrian's got this sort of he's got little like markings on him. But they take off and disappear into the blue of the ocean. What are you guys doing anything while you wait?
Um,
So
Nocturne, are you sure you don't need anything? Like, can I bring you anywhere to find something? Are you good?
Um,
Xander's lab, maybe?
yeah, I don't know if
you
he's
know,
around, but we could definitely go steal something.
he might have something. If you wouldn't mind taking me, I think that would be appropriate.
All right, group trip. We gotta be back in like 5 hours at the most.
Piece of
Who are you taking?
cake.
Who's in the room? Julia, Sheila, Nocturne,
All right,
Wicked.
Sheila, you're
and
just still sitting in your little rope chair, just hanging out.
She's like,
Julia.
hold on, and then like runs up, grabs Jeremy by the shirt, and just like drags him to the room.
Hey, oh, wait,
Ready
what's
for
up?
a trip?
This is a lot of
Yeah,
trip.
I am.
It's a lot of trips for Jeremy in a short amount of time.
I
Yeah,
mean, he said he
finally.
wanted to get out, so
Okay.
let's get out.
Did. All right,
Wait,
where we
so
go?
so does that mean Tolan's all set? Like he's good?
Yeah, I think he can drive.
Okay. Good. That sounded confident. Um all right. Well, anybody want to tell Xander we're coming? No? Okay, cool. I'll start drawing the thing.
Magmore's like, are you taking Magmore? No.
Magmo, do you want to come? I don't think your buddy's there, but he might be.
Uh, yeah, I don't mind coming if I can squeeze Chin.
Okay. That's fine. How
All
many
right,
of that's
so
that's quite a lot of us, but that's fine. We're gonna overwhelm
it's
him.
it's a
It's
circle,
gonna
right?
be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all just cram in.
All right, everyone can
No.
fit in here. Well, don't step on it yet. I have to draw it.
Yeah, Jeremy, chill. We're not gonna
What?
forget you this time. When it glows, jump in it.
He's like still got like his foot hovering above it. All right, fine. Uh,
Yeah,
but
it's almost done. It's almost done.
and
See the little mage hand? It's almost done. It's almost we got like 5 seconds. All right, everyone on.
starts to glow white. You gotta hop onto the middle of it as the almost like a curtain rises in front of you, and then you are gone. You pop up. If we were aiming anywhere specific, I'll say you just aim for the
But
middle of the lab. What?
he has the teleportation circle in his lab.
Okay, yeah. So you can pop out in the cold steel of the morning. He is snoring from his little bunk that's like kind of tucked away in the back corner of the lab. Doors swinging wide open. You can actually like hear kind of this like soft music still coming from the lab as it like he almost just like passed out walking from his lab into his bed.
All right.
Who's
Yeah, no.
place?
Oh, this is Xander, the metal man over there. Um, not quite as metal as Nocturne, but kind of similar. Nocturne, go get what you need. Julia, I mean, you've been here longer than anyone, so
I guess you probably should go wake him up. She like saunters into. She saunters over to the coffee maker and like
Yeah, smart.
gets it all going, and then like once it's finished, she like saunters over and like puts the cup like right underneath Xander's nose to see if she can just like get him to
what a
like.
what a kind way to wake someone up.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna be stealing
His
all his
eyes like
shit,
his
so
eyes
might as
flutter
well.
open. He's just like,
Oh, you're awake. Perfect.
What are you doing in my house? What are you doing in my lab?
Making you coffee.
Why are you here?
She like pushes the coffee closer to
He
him.
grabs, doesn't drink from it, and sits up. And goes, "What happened?"
Also, you should think about a security system, sir.
Yeah, it's my fault for giving out my teleportation circle glyphs to my friends.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, we could have been anyone.
No, because there's only two people that know of that circle. Actually, I guess it's four, but I
All right,
trust the other ones besides you guys.
touche. We
He
just,
like gets up. He's stark naked, So he just goes and like puts on some like loose like linen sweatpants jogger things. Uh, starts sipping the coffee. He's like, "At least you know how to brew it." Who
I
else
mean,
is
I was.
here? As he sticks his head out and goes, "Hello, welcome to my." Oh, you got Heavy Deck back? Heavy, what's up?
No, kind of.
You actually might be intrigued by this. This is Jeremy.
He changed his name.
Sure.
Well, this one
I'm
did,
a
yeah.
I'm a different person. Hi, I'm Jeremy, and he just like takes his hand. He goes like, "Hi, Jeremy." He goes, "I used to be a different person, and it's easier just to go with it. I know I look like the guy you know, but I'm not him." And he just like Xander looks interested but sleepy and confused, all in one like emotion, and just okay.
Yeah, imagine if you like had like a split personality and then you just actually became two different people.
That's the best way of explaining it so far.
Yeah, okay, I got that. It tracks. Okay. So why are you guys here again?
I imagine at this point Nocton is already like rummaging around through all this shit.
Oh, we needed something for the arcane engine.
So, Julia, you guys don't like, you guys actually didn't hear, he was rummaging around, but all of a sudden you hear, like, you look and you see this bright blue light coming from like one of the like metal cabinet, like, entryways. And Xander just goes, Nocton, that better not be what I think it is. And the light just goes, it was locked, and I know the parts here. Motherfuckers.
You know what I was saying about the security system?
Oh, don't worry. It's gonna get very.
I mean, you could just leave it how it is. It's fine. Like,
No, Julia. Thank you. And he pats your head. I mean, he went from sleepy to immediately awake, and he's just like, no, that's good. Here, hold this. Um, as he's walking through, you see little bits of armor start to like fly to him, and you watch like a complete sleeve turn onto both arms as he's walking to Nocton. He goes, do you know what that is? He goes, no. He goes, I swear to fucking Christ. If you, what do you need, Nocton? He goes, I need this part. And he like shows a little like sketch of what he needs. He goes, okay, don't take it from the life support. He goes, but I knew it would be good. I know, like, so they're gonna start arguing back and forth a bit until Xander's like, I can get you a part really quick. I'll fabricate it. 2 seconds. Just please don't cut my fucking life support. He goes, well, what do you think failed on ours? And he goes, he's like, you're telling me your life support's out? He goes, for now, until you give us that part, and then it's back. And just like, what's keeping the ship pressurized? He goes, a compound solution. It is like, he just like skin crawls. He's like, oh, nice and clever as always. And then he will disappear for a second and like throw open one of his workstations, pull a bunch of like raw materials out, and you watch his arms turn into about 6 as little arms come off of them, and he holds the metal. Welding starts to happen, drilling, milling. He takes it, floats it, and starts to cut it, and eventually gets the very complex and organic looking, almost heart-like valve that Nocton so desperately needed. He goes, oh, excellent craftsmanship. He goes, you're damn fucking right it is.
that does not at all look like the piece that I thought you needed.
Now go fix my fucking cabinet. He goes, do you want me to do that for real? He goes, no, I was being facetious. He goes, thank you. He goes, you're welcome. You guys could fucking call.
We could, but you were sleeping.
Yeah, we didn't want to wake you up.
And this was a better way.
Yes.
I thought so.
It's not.
Oh,
Alright,
we found
well.
a stockpile of Mysium, by the way.
His eyes dart to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fucking idiots are using it like a fucking battering ram. Like, they don't understand the better applications of it. So we're just gonna. It's at the bottom of
Wait,
the
wait,
bay
wait,
right
wait,
now.
wait, 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 wait. Back the fuck up. Hold on, back the fuck up. Um, you're telling me that this, and he goes over and he throws open all these journals and all these newspaper articles of one of the like the last greatest things or museum cores that was existed in Via Macania was very recently fucking stolen right from underneath everybody's nose. Even Xander couldn't fucking figure out where it went. Who are the idiots that have it?
Oh, the dipshits that we're trying to kill.
How did they get it? You're telling me the fucking fog stole it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they turned
How?
it was you should have seen it. You would have not liked it.
That is the single largest deposit of solid Mysium. It was he's like his arms are starting to react with him, so like they're letting off like almost steam coming from him. Just okay, where is this core? I'm
You,
gonna
you
get it back.
you wanna hear how stupid they are though? Uh,
Go ahead.
they're making this like hydraulic battering ram, and it took Nocton like 2 seconds to sabotage it, and now it's at the bottom of a bay.
I'm
How's-
not fucking surprised. Do you know what kind of equipment you need to work with Mysium? It's insane. You need to heat it to a fucking crazy temp. You gotta hold it there, and then you can only work it for a certain second, and then after that, it solidifies, and you can't work backwards. And he just
Finn
no
just
one
like stops looking at him, and he's like looking at
idiots,
something else while he's talking.
literal fucking idiots. Please tell me it's not still with them. You guys
Well,
got it back. It's in a safe location.
well, we sunk the ship, so it's probably at the bottom of Eden, the
Okay,
bay,
definitely not.
and Eden. They may have gotten it, maybe not. I don't really remember.
Wow. Do you know how
I don't
much that
know.
weighs, Finn?
No, I don't actually.
I
That
don't have time to explain to you how incredible it is. It's an unfathomable amount of tons. It's incredibly dense. How did they even get it on a ship?
Probably the arch druid that they had that could turn into giant fucking things.
Oh my God, the fuck. Okay,
You know, we fought a dragon turtle.
good to see you guys. No shit.
Yeah,
What was it
it was
like?
it was an arch druid, but he was a dragon turtle at the time,
What?
quite large.
An archdruid from where?
Oh,
Uh,
he he burned up and was talking about phoenixes and shit, so he's probably still alive. But we did kill him.
Phoenix? Like what kind
You know
that
what? I mean, you know what a phoenix is.
Julia, can you go and search something for me? He's like sitting at his little desk, in like holographic floating workbench.
she's like already been sitting on the computer just like looking up
Okay, can
things.
you? Yeah.
Oh,
So
oh yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready for whatever you
we've
need me
just
to
turned
look
into
up.
the Joe Rogan podcast. Julia, can you look that up for me?
Yep.
Uh, Julia, look up something light Phoenix. Look that up. I think it's. Hold on. Let's see.
Is that like Lighd or LTE?
No, it's the normal spelling. Let's say it's like limelight. I don't know. I remember there's this.
He had all these chaos powers too. It was interesting.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, okay. So Julia, as you try to find something, your search leads you to eventually uh what is known as the Arc Light Phoenix. It is a legendary heretical phoenix that exists across centuries and centuries and centuries of time. where certain people are blessed, other people think they're picked, some people think that they're like this phoenix, like they have to ingest fire. There's a lot of different variations on how you can become this, but the legend has it that a person can be blessed to be the archetype phoenix, which grants you certain abilities. One of them is on death or immortality.
So
How do you kill it?
if it's yeah, it sounds like it's passed on, but it's not.
Now you're gonna have to roll an investigation check.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I'll help.
Okay, you're sitting there and you're like, look, that's a word.
Keywords. Use the keywords.
Just
All right,
was
the
like,
22.
Hashtag.
oh yeah, right. Thanks.
Out of all of the different variations of how people become these things, there is a pattern that exists amongst them where the only way to end or take or remove or like any of that sort of thing is to find the source of where it happened.
Oh, Jesus.
And there will be many different symbols. There are obelisks, there are burning bushes, there are stone carvings, there's statues, there's all sorts of manner of different uh ritualistic item or like a wondrous item that needs to either be taken, stolen, destroyed. It all kind of blends together, but you need to go to where it originally happened and eliminate the connection.
All right. Can you find anything about where it originally happened for this guy? I'm probably not.
She is dead cold after that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna get. This is all theoretical stuff. I mean,
And like Xander's just sitting there, just like sipping tea behind you guys. He's just like, "Yeah, you guys are lucky that my library is this deep."
yeah,
That
it's
sure would
great. I wish we had one of these down.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Canosa.
Don't
that
tell
sure
people.
would be a good power to have. Um,
You said he's an arch druid. I'd say go
yeah.
figure out does he had like where he's from, then work backwards.
Well, he
Didn't you
kind of looked
guys?
like Etrian.
Didn't you say he reminded you of some island place? Fuck, what was
Oh, the dragon turtles?
it?
Oh
No,
yeah, the T-shaped island thing that isn't really an island.
Eh?
It's like outside of Octeon, where we saw the giant dragon turtle.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
I don't. I
do you know
mean,
of any other dragon turtles that
N-
exist?
No, but maybe
Okay,
that's
that's a
maybe
place.
if that wasn't him, maybe that's the one that he saw that allowed him to turn into one.
Okay, so then maybe he's from Octeon.
Maybe. And the chaos shit, maybe that has to do with the chaos dragon.
Xander just quickly throws his wrist across the screen, and a world map pops up as you guys are now talking about the locations. He goes, I
Oh,
mean,
maps. I love maps.
dun, dun, dun. There we go. Yeah, okay, so if I mean he could be from Octheon. If he's a druid, I mean I do know that Antitheos is pretty off the beaten path as far as continents go.
did you mean to put it up on the screen?
Oh, I put myself up because I'm an idiot. I
That's
didn't get
okay.
it. Boom. So yeah, I mean Octheon, Antitheos. I wouldn't say definitely like not here in Dravaza. I if anything, I'd say it's like you probably have the weakest druid uh presence here in Dravaza. It's mostly we believe, well, at least it seems that we believe in more the human creation rather than divine or nature. But yeah,
All right,
anything
so
else? You look like Etrian.
kinda, yeah.
Well, I mean, Jill, just get out of the way. He like moves you, and all of his hands get out of his arms. He starts furiously typing way more than is possible. Um,
Okay,
and
Hextor.
and he starts pulling shit up, and he's like, "All right, well, that's kind of a broad thing here. I'd say um, you got wood elves, definitely an Octheon. I mean, they're kind of all over. Like certain sects exist. Did he have any like markings, or did he have any like dress that may have been distinct?
Uh, yes.
Roll a history check. Sheila, you can as well.
I was gonna say, can I get in on
Everyone
this?
that everyone there is was part of that fight and had part of the conversation. He had Julia and well, you rolled, yeah, you're fine. Julia and Sheila, you both remembered him to have prominent white war paint markings, just with like the design being large bands. So you describe that, Xander types it in and kind of locks it down to three maybe tribes. There's uh ones that can't come from the Zawadi basin in Akthion. There is a tribe that exists on the west coast of Antothios, and then there is a small tribe that kind of roams the plains in Basum. So yeah, I mean, and again, there's probably more tribes that are out of the reach of my knowledge, but those are probably the biggest ones.
All right, so since we didn't run into anything even remotely like this in Octeon, and Visundu is a fucking nightmare, let's go ahead and assume that it's maybe Antithios, which we're heading to next anyway. So,
Well, good luck. I've never actually been there.
no, me either. We gotta bring some whales there.
Huh. Forgot you guys can talk to whales. Huh.
Oh, I
Okay.
I can't talk to whales. I don't ever want to talk to whales.
Why? You have something
But
against whales?
it's just the way they speak is really just horrible, and I don't ever want to have to speak that way.
You know, if you understood it, it might not be that bad.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, there are some scientists in like the research part of like the kids over at the college, they're starting to decode whale language. It's pretty wild.
I mean, I I could talk to whales if I really wanted to. I just don't want to. They exist, and I'm
I think
fine with
you hate
having.
whales, to be honest. It kind of sounds like you have a bone to pick with them.
No, I mean I have nothing against them. I am glad that we have Phantasma and Netrian to talk to the whales for us.
Yeah, that's fair. Busting your balls. Okay,
I
well,
what I was a whale once. I carried a fucking terrorist warlord in my mouth. That was great.
what?
Oh, the
Explain.
adventures we have.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back, and we're gonna have to figure that out.
So you're
We're
inviting us back. That's great.
yeah.
So
Look,
never mind the security system.
no, the security system's going in, baby. I already got huge plans. You guys got to fight your way in. Fuck you guys.
All
But
right. Do you need like my thumbprint or something so I can get in?
nope. I was gonna say, how's the whole resistance thing going? I've
Oh,
heard
great.
stories, but it like kind of it's just most of them say that the seas are off limits.
In a word, grand.
In more words,
Oh, it's good.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we
that pretty
lost.
much is all of it.
Yep.
It's just big.
We lost a couple ships. One to the Dragon Turtle, one to actually the same person. And
Yeah,
that
he
was that
really
guy.
fucked us up.
so,
Yeah, that wasn't great. We're gonna lose some more in the next couple days. But with that, those are sacrificial lambs, so that'll be fine.
well, I mean, as long as you guys aren't out of the fight. That's good. Is there anything I can do to help you
Yes.
besides offering you my services whenever you need them, Nocton?
Yeah, do you want to come with us? Do you want to Oh, what was that thing that you had? Like the thunder cannon or whatever?
Oh, the thing that got us into the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's ridiculous. I can't remember what I called that thing. It's in storage. Why? What do you need?
Can we use can we fit it for underwater use?
So it's kind of the only way that it works is it's powered through my suit.
All right, can you come with us then and fit it for underwater use? So we can take out some ships from underneath?
Oh, that'd be so fun.
I don't mind it. Roll
Or
per
maybe
roll
maybe
per.
you can like outfit it onto the Terror.
You know, I could probably. And he's like eyeing up Nocta, and he goes, judging by how your Nocta's more machine than man, I think I could maybe retrofit it onto him. It's going to be a little under, like it's not going to be as big. It's not won't be able to hit as hard or as big, but it'll still work the function.
As long as it can thunder through a hole. It doesn't have to be a big hole. It could be a small hole, but we just need to thunder through some holes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, really any hole in a boat.
it's gonna have like a cooldown period. I don't want to get your hopes that you can't just sit here and shoot it like a gun. It's gonna be like, oh, but gets hit, and then like you wait hours. So just setting your expectations. I'm gonna go find it really quick. One sec.
Could we maybe make like some smaller versions to put on the Terra, or like maybe thunder bombs of some kind?
It took a lot of resources to make the one,
All right.
and I'm already working with very little resources as it is.
What if I get you some resources? What if I promise you some resources after?
Well, I already wanted to claim that Mizium.
Oh,
And
it's
not
that.
gonna be goes, no, 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 that's mine. And he's like, I will fight you, literally fight you for it.
Um, Finn is going to cast message to Xander and say that museum is claimed. However,
That Mizium is claimed.
shh, yep, sure is.
So what else can you offer me?
And Finn's gonna cast message again, and he's gonna just like dart a look at him, and he's gonna say, "The other museum."
Well, persuasion.
You know what? We'll figure it out. How about we figure it out after the war?
Just the victor
All I
goes
can
to
say,
spoils, right? Just think, all of the fog stuff. There's got to be some good stuff in there. I can guarantee you, there's plenty of wood.
This
is that a
sure
general
is.
thing? They got a lot of dudes on there.
No, like, never mind.
All right.
All the
You
ships
know
are
what it
long and
is?
hard and full of semen.
Swear to God, it's like you guys are like puppies. I can't.
You can't say no, right?
Really annoying, but I'm gonna go find this stupid device. One moment while I do that. You guys figure it out yourself, and don't let Nocton touch anything, please.
You
Knocked
got
on.
it.
Don't touch anything too hard.
So Xander's gonna disappear for a little bit.
Julia's
Uh,
immediately gonna go to Knockdown and be like, "Is there anything else we need?"
uh, I actually was gonna try and like that cabinet he got raw materials from. We could use them.
um,
They seem very concerned about that. Oh, you're talking about the other one, not the one he was very concerned about.
Oh, like the one he destroyed? No, he's talking about the one where Xander actually pulled like the raw metal
Oh,
out and
okay.
it because like Noct, he's like we need that's good material. I'm
we're
sure.
gonna we're gonna ask permission, but grab what you need, put it on the table. We'll make an itemized list of everything that we're gonna be taking, so that we can return it later in some way, shape, or form.
Okay. So Nocton smiles and immediately, without questioning a single other word, turns and just starts like he pulls up the cabinet albeit like aggressively gently, like pulls it open and just like kind of like drools over all the like perfectly rectangular square ingots, and he's just like, oh, and he's grabbing round bars and like squares, rectangles, all sorts of stuff, and you can hear him clanking together. Luckily, it's mostly drowned out by the kind of like slamming of things that are coming from one of the other rooms that Xander is in. Uh, Nocton's like, he goes over and he gives these to you, Julie. He goes, here, write these down. And then turns and like runs back to the cabinet that he was already destroying, is like prying open the little bits of it, and then just kind of like is eyeing the panel, sees the like the back of it, and just starts like
Finn's gonna walk over, put his hand on Nocton's hand, and be like, "Not anything that's already attached to something."
his hands slowly let go. Then we will have
Julia, please itemize. Nocton, please list what you are going to use all of this stuff for specifically, so that we can present the argument that we do need it for the effort.
Oh yeah, because you're definitely gonna need an argument as Xander's already walking out of the door with like this long, rectangularly metallic black device like thrown over his shoulder.
Exactly. Like I said, we like
I'm surprised. He goes over and
we're itemizing. We're going to owe you every penny that this is worth.
I want that in fucking writing.
Which she's doing it.
No,
You
it's gonna
you
be
see her.
signed, and he like slams this thing onto his uh levitating holographic workbench, and he takes it. He goes, "All right, disassemble," and you watch this light hit the object, and then a almost like a wall shoots out from the middle of it, and he takes it his hands and just throws them out in both directions, and you watch it just perfectly explode out in this like evenly spaced assembly, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna move this here. And he's like, Nocton, get over here. I gotta size you up for this. And so he's like, hold here, and just like makes Nocton sit on the desk, and he's like moving pieces around Nocton to sculpt it. He's gonna be busy for the next, let's be generous here, 3 hours. So he's like, I'm gonna be busy here. I hope you guys got some time.
So functionally, would this just be like an amped up Thunder Gauntlet now?
It kind of. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna sit as like a backpack, and when he activates it, it will flip around to the front and allow him to shoot a concussive blast in the same. It's not a concussive blast. It dissolves the material around it, and then shoots it out as separate material. It basically just vaporizes it. So once that's done, it'll like then retract back, but it'll basically just be this almost like a movie camera that he can move around and just like place on things and hold it while it activates. But buddy, this is gonna drain you insane. Like you're gonna be beyond exhausted after you use this. It like you're if I wish I had the time to give you my tech so you wouldn't, but it's gonna be going off of your own lifeblood here. And he's like attaching hoses. And he's like, this is it's gonna hurt a little bit. And he's like, bring it. You watch this, a mixture of oil and blood just shoot out from his back and squirt across the floor. Jeremy just goes, ugh,
Yeah, it was gross.
ugh, ugh,
I have to toughen you up a little.
slams a tube in there, and like you watch him sort of like gingerly cut around the tube and make it so that it's nice and fused to his skeleton. During this time, Magmore is kind of snoozing in the corner, kind of jumps up. Hey, you guys, hey. Okay, Eden, fog. Hey, we got problems in Eden. There's more fog that's popping up. They need us there right away. Can you teleport now? That's all. And that was from that lady, Francesca.
Who got this? Oh, Magmar.
Bagmore.
Okay.
All right.
He's just like he's standing with palms up. He's like, I guess. And Nocton is just sitting there like in the middle of his operation, like almost half disassembled himself. Xander's
All
like,
right.
you guys gotta go.
Yeah.
We can leave
Knocked on.
Nocton here.
Knocked on. You stay with all of the shit that you need. We'll come back for you and it. Um, Julia, did you draw up that document?
Yeah, it's right here. Just need to sign it.
Cool. Knocked on. Sign it when you're done.
No,
Um,
Finn, you're signing it.
So, so Julia has made two versions of it, and she has I have a proficiency in forgery kits. Can I have made one that has less numbers on it than the other for
Ooh,
uh
okay. I will.
so like like they're gonna look like identical, but if he looks too close, he'll realize that the one he gets to keep is gonna have less information on it than the one we have.
Okay, so I won't roll any. Have you roll anything for the forgery? I'm gonna have you roll a sleight of hand
Can I
to
add my
make it so that
proficiency bonus to it?
you proficient in sleight of hand.
I'm proficient in forgery.
Uh, it's a perfect forgery. That's the thing.
But
You're
no,
trying to because you made two copies and you're doing it. I'm assuming you're doing it out. I'll allow you to roll stealth or sleight of hand.
okay, okay, all right.
deception maybe?
Can I
Or
just
that.
can I have advantage on it? Can I have advantage on a sleight of hand roll?
I was gonna say it's already a fairly low DC
Okay, all
because
right.
he's working on Noctons, but if someone saw you and wanted to help you and you communicated it, maybe.
Oh, I don't know if I would have gone that far.
I mean, Finn would read everything that before he signs it.
Okay, so I will allow you to roll with advantage if
Okay.
Finn is right there, try like, and you can kind of pick up what she's doing as she's got two papers on top of each other, and she's just quickly like sifting them to like write the different number down so she can copy them quickly. So
All
go ahead and roll.
right. Natural
She is.
20.
Yes.
There it is. Perfect. Finn, you do that perfect, like, hey, like, just get your body in the way. Um, and Xander is more, definitely more interested in the build than watching you guys do like whatever you're doing. So perfect enough. You hand him the piece of paper. He looks over and goes, all right, I'm sure it's more than what I was gonna get normally. So I'll hold you to your fucking word. Winks at you, Finn. Uh, No, it's not moving. You guys leaving?
Yeah, it's, shit. Yeah, I guess we should go to Eden. Which means we're not going to be at the Terror when the Druids get back. Well, maybe we will. I don't know. If she needs us, she'll message us, right?
Do you want me to send a message?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just have them be at the boat when we get back, because we'll get back at some point.
Hey, Phantasma, it's Magmore. We gotta go to Eden because of an emergency, but just be back at the Terror when we'll be back later. Okay? Goodbye. Uh,
All right, we're gonna actually.
she's alright with it.
All right, yeah, we're gonna teleportation circle there because I'm not using a high level spell just to get there.
Okay. So you go over to Xander's teleportation. Nice, pretty, stainless steel, but with a elegant stone inlay. You watch the glyphs light up as you, Finn, Julia, Sheila, you have Magmore and Jeremy. Are you taking both of them?
Jeremy, why don't you?
Do you want to fight some stuff?
I left my weapons on the ship.
You
All
probably
right,
just
why
flew
don't you
here.
stay here with Magmar? Yeah.
I mean, actually like that little thing you were looking stuff up on seems really cool. I think, yeah, I'll stay here.
Here you go. Xander, you can use the teleportation circle, right? You know how to use, like, you're able to use it?
Yes, I am able to use it.
All right, can you send these two back to the Terror when they're done? Or like,
Can you just, I don't, can you write down
yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't, So you quickly
Like,
transfer.
so
Next-
like Mage Hand is doing the circle for Eden while Finn's drawing the circle for the Terror.
Oh wow, that's some cross-eyed bullshit. Perfect. Uh, roll an Arcana check. Just simply the quality of it. It will happen, but just the quality. Hey,
18.
meant to be perfect. Xander's impressed. So as you're writing the Terror of the Deep glyph, he actually pulls out the invoice you guys gave him or the itemized list and is transcribing that on the paper as well, so he has it. You can finish that as you can finish the other teleportation circle. I'd probably say you stagger a little bit so you can get everybody on.
Yeah.
You bringing Magmore, I'm assuming.
Yeah, let's bring Magma so we have the
Don't forget your fucking secretary,
right.
bro.
The messaging. We need the messaging.
He like sarcastically just like hops onto the circle. But the
You know
rest
what
of you
else we need? We need somebody to hold a hammer while we do our fight.
and light shit on fire. You're welcome. As the white curtain
Definitely not heal anyone.
as it rises in front of you, pulling you upwards and then dropping you right back downwards. You are going to the teleportation circle in the warehouse.
In the warehouse, yep.
Okay, cool. I will move you guys to the fancy Eden map. And so,
Oh, someone's been busy.
oh God, yeah. Don't even get me started. So with that, let's just take an early break. I know we usually stop at 8, but this is seems like a good time to do a little bit of a break. We'll come back. We'll pick back up with what the hell's happening here in Eden. And hopefully you guys stick around to watch us. So with that, stay tuned.
You are live.
Welcome back to the West March Guys live stream. I'm still your host, and these are still my players. So, thanks for sticking with us. We're gonna jump right in. These guys had just gotten some urgent news that there was some sort of progression or movement in the fog issue going on in Eden. So you guys have quickly teleported to the Resistance barracks, where on top of the platform, you can see that sitting right below the stairs are a conversating Francesca Fink and Ishkar. Behind, I'd say behind her is her assistant. I can't remember what I named her. Nate, assistant number one. She's here also just kind of with her little parchment and quill, keeping notes or whatever. As you approach, they turn and go, "What, you did say they would get here, Frick? Hello, welcome. Glad you make it so quickly. Sorry, I had to do it. We've had a little bit of a situation.
All right, care to elaborate?
Okay, so I believe they said something about like, are you aware of the situation within Eden right now?
I did a flyover last night, and I saw that there was smoke, that there was fog coming out of the sewers. Uh, has it progressed so terribly since then?
Yeah, actually, Ishvar, could you she goes, yes. We have had several different incursions and attacks from the sewer entrances where fog is coming up, as you've seen. We have set up barricades to keep them contained, but what Mrs. Fink was going to get to is that we have new fogs that are coming out of places we were not aware could. And they're coming out of the forests, and we're spread so thin that we need help.
Okay. Is there a plan in place already, or are you
Well,
needing?
what I already had kind of cocked up was we split into, it seems to be 4 teams, because I forgot, hold on. There's also shit. I'll just copy that. There's four areas that need to be looked at. So we could split into 4 teams. You guys as one team. I will have a bunch of men split the other way. We go and attack each one individually and try to fight it back and see what happens. But if we have more time,
What is
I
this?
go ahead.
What is it doing to the area?
So these fogs appear, and then out pop fiends every half hour in random numbers.
Are they contained to the mainland?
It seems to be so.
How many bridges connect the mainland with the other parts of the city?
7.
What is the city watch currently doing?
Uh, so the city watches, and she shoots a look at you, and then looks out down at Fink. Against my wishes, our troops have been commingled with the local brass and are now working at all of the hot zones to help fight back the fog, because apparently the city's already spread thin as it is. And
So,
she's like kind of grinding her teeth as she's talking to you.
so the city took the one card that we had to play and
They said
tipped
it
our
was a
hand.
matter of city emergencies.
Yeah, of course it was.
What if we just took
Um,
all of those people back with us?
yeah,
Sitting.
we could take them to the next city.
I would love to threaten that with them, but I was not in a position to do so. I thought it best to try to keep preserving life. But if you do wish to do so, that is on you.
All right. She's secretary, right? Secretary Fink.
Yeah.
All right,
Secretary.
Secretary Fink.
Yes.
May I make a rather bold suggestion that I think will save you quite a bit of headache in the long run, even though it will cause quite a bit of headache in the short run.
Go on.
Take your city watch blow 6 of the bridges.
Why?
Because you said they are contained to the mainland currently. You don't want them to reach the other parts of the city. You leave one so that we can have a route to escape if needed.
But there's people on this island. We haven't gotten everybody out.
How many people remain on the mainland?
Easily in like the 10,000, I think. I don't know.
Can we get them off via whichever bridge leads to the east gate?
We have been trying, and it seems to be that it's a mix of stubbornness and stupidity. That people would rather stay in their own homes. But we are trying. We are efforting to try and get these things dealt with. But they're just, it's very
Perhaps
hard.
perhaps people are not feeling the urgency, and perhaps blowing 6 of the bridges would get that point across.
Okay, so I don't hate this idea. It's very, very aggressive. But how do we inform the people who are still on the island that this is going to happen? Do we just blow them as if they're scared? Is that your plan?
Well, once they see the bridges going down and they see that there's one left, perhaps they will take it.
Well, then we're bottlenecked. But I guess.
Which one's the
Better to
biggest
be
bridge?
But I would assume the one leading to the east gate, no? Since the east gate seems to be the main line of traffic into the city.
Yeah, the East Gate and the North Gate are pretty much like the most well traveled. We have or majority of people taking those routes.
Okay. We should maybe blow all of them except the one going directly to the east gate.
Okay, so roll a persuasion check.
Can you back me up on this? Can anybody back me up on this? This is a way to isolate.
Does anybody back them up?
I mean, I feel
I
like
mean,
Julia
like think
has
about it. You
but-
like
Ishkar, can you back me up here?
So, I mean, if you think it from a strategic point, one, if people are still here, then I hate to say it, when you get told to evacuate and you don't, self-responsibility.
but we could maybe minimize the casualties that happen.
Well, I mean,
Well,
we will be. This will definitely expedite the evacuation process. Maybe we could.
Also,
Maybe we
go ahead.
I'm
can.
going to have to run this by my superiors. You know
Well,
that.
what if we just start with one bridge?
No,
Get
that's
the point across,
okay.
and then we'll
Not a bad
slowly work our
idea.
way. Start at
What
maybe the west end.
We could start at
Sunset
either
Strip.
the west or the south end.
Where is the majority of your population currently?
On Long Isle and a little and on East Isle.
All right, and so we want to protect the majority of that population from these people getting from here to there, yes?
Yes, but we could also maybe do it without ruining like half a century's worth of infrastructure.
Okay, we could leave it up and let the fog march over the bridge. I mean,
Can we just station things at the bridge?
and then once they get over, the north end bridge and what's the other one? The Bell Bridge. And then they are cornered on Long Isle between the fog and a wall.
Okay, all right. So your persuasion check seems to have hold, but she's just very apprehensive, as one might be. I'm gonna have to run it past my superiors. If like, but I can do that right away.
Secretary Fink,
Yes.
At this point, you've called us in for an emergency. Running things to your superiors.
To
It,
blow up bridges?
at this point, running things to your superiors should just be telling them that it's going to happen.
I mean, think of it this way: you don't even have to say we did it. It could be that the enemy did it. It does. They. I mean, I assume the people up top aren't paying that close attention. And if I was an enemy, I might blow bridges up.
Based on what I saw last night in my flyover, they are right at the base of what, 4 out of 7 bridges?
We'll start with those.
Yes.
We'll blame them. No one will know the
Okay.
difference, right?
We don't want them getting to the majority of the population, correct?
No, we don't want that to happen. No, look, guys, just can I think 1 sec?
Yeah, well, you do that. Where are your explosives?
She's gonna like remove herself from the situation. She's gonna start pacing back and forth. Um,
Julia's gonna go to Ishgar and be like, "Have you found any explosives?"
no, um, we don't have explosives here, but I mean the capital must know. They
Okay.
must have some stores
You haven't
here.
heard it. You haven't heard any rumors of where they might keep them.
I'd never thought to ask, to be honest.
That's fair.
We've been I've just been ordering troops here and there. And I'd say this is appropriate time to also witness the arrival of like a platoon that's just coming back from the front of let's call it the Harbor Boulevard hot zone, freshly covered in some sort of like this black sort of blood or ichor that is covering their armor and their shields. They are disrobing and kind of like getting themselves ready. You hear a big sigh from Ishkar as they walk in.
Uh, Platoon, I understand I am not your commanding officer. May would you mind briefing me on what you've seen so far?
So what I have seen is two types of creatures, and we have been theorizing that these are also the creatures used to dismantle the ships. There are fiends that have 4 arms, big claw-like appendages, and demon-like faces, and then there are large gray bullish-looking fiends that have these huge tusks that shoot out from their face. Yeah, but those ones are smart. They can get one of them like shot like some like magical arrow at one of our like lost one of our men, set him on fire. So it's we don't know where they're getting these creatures because
Right.
they seem to be an endless supply.
So this is the same zombie lobsters that I saw on the beach, and then this is the first I'm hearing about the smart walruses.
Yeah,
Okay.
not those haven't really been seen yet. You guys didn't really run into them
All right.
or have the chance to. No, no.
So you
Does
came from you came from Harbor Boulevard, and that is so you've taken care of that, or is you just surviving that?
This is a changing of the guard. I mean, we're seeing, I think we're on 3 hour shifts, and we're seeing like monsters every half hour.
Got it.
More than that, this one we had like 10. She's just like,
does
so.
does Julia
Secretary,
recognize any of these from her book that
Uh,
Loratus gave her?
ooh, okay. Roll a history check or an investigation and do it with advantage.
Ooh, 27.
Fuck yeah. So you flip to what is called
Lab resin.
Glabrezu. You guys can see that in the chat. It's a creature that clearly is fiendish origins and has the appendages described as long as sort of like a armored body. And the other creature, the Orthon, it's like that. and they are much more organized and militaristic, and have an established hierarchy that they kind of stem from. While the Glabrezus are pretty like much just like chaotic like work dogs.
But platoon leader, I'm sorry, I don't know how to address you. Does it appear that the fiends are advancing over the bridges?
No, we have been very good about keeping them contained.
Does it appear that that is their goal?
It doesn't seem like we don't let them get that far, but they are going out in all directions.
All right.
But they're
Secretary?
going. No, hey, they're not going towards the wall. And he points towards one of his platoon members or platoon guys, soldiers. And he goes, "Yeah, no, they were definitely going like towards the buildings. They weren't going like they weren't climbing the walls. They came at us." He's like, "There you go." So
All right, Secretary. They
yes, sir.
are. So, I mean, that's my argument.
I mean, so before the secretary gets back, um, this is Ishkar.
Mhm.
I think that we should just do it without permission and blame them. I
Do we
can,
do we
I
have
can
the means to
absolutely,
do it?
we don't have the gunpowder or the explosives to blow a bunch of bridges. We'd have to
Uh,
get that from somewhere.
There's got to be like a
probably need that.
mining
Probably need to get
section.
that from the city.
Yeah,
We
we're
could
probably not
maybe.
gonna.
I mean, it, there's got to be like a mining vendor, right? That sells dynamite? No.
If there were, I suppose the
Julia,
fog would have already
it is a war zone. There's not going to be a shop open. Pretty sure.
I
an
mean,
explosive
well,
shop.
I'm not saying it needs to be open. I'm just saying it needs to have existed.
Maybe
Uh,
there's a way that you can make nice and say that the explosives aren't for the bridge, and then just use them for the bridge.
She seems like a smart lady. I don't know if that one would.
I mean, Ishkar doesn't seem like a smart lady, so she just
I just, I'm thinking.
intelligence is -1. But yeah,
I will ask for explosives to specifically not blow up the bridges, and then I will wink once.
that sounds good to me.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna walk over to the to Fink, and I'm gonna be like, Secretary Fink,
Hi, Finn. Yes, hi, Finn. Have you? Sorry, I have.
if I can make a suggestion here, if I can make a
Yeah,
suggestion here, inhale, exhale. You are a leader to these people, and these people need you to be present right now.
I am present. The problem is that we have protocol, and I have to follow the protocol. And if I don't follow the protocol, then I don't have a job.
So,
And she's like starting to like get a
so,
And
little
and
stressed out. She's like,
secretary, think about
and
it this
if
way.
these and
"You guys
if the
want to?"
city falls, then there is no protocol to be
Or
had.
job. Also, think about it this way. You have to follow protocol. We don't necessarily need to follow protocol. So you could just hint at us like where explosives might be.
If we were to ask you where explosives would be so that we could fight the fog with the explosives, perhaps you could just tell us where that would be, and then we could do with it what we will.
Or maybe a shop in town that would sell them.
Well, first part of lockdown protocol is to first off ban all weapons that can be visible.
Oh,
Um,
great.
and, we moved all necessary resources into these parliament vaults,
So
which are not controlled by me. They're controlled by the governor.
where are they?
They're at parliament.
That's very
You don't want to go
specific.
talk to
Thank
them
you.
right now,
So,
Oh, I wasn't
do
thinking
you?
about talking.
so
Okay.
ev so everything that we need right now is locked away in a vault.
Yeah. Do you have a way to get inside a vault?
I mean, Sheila, do you have a way to get inside a vault?
I can always just bash it down.
Yes, we have a way of getting in a vault.
That won't work. It's incredibly secure.
How thick is it?
I don't know. It's let's see if she will.
Just use your hands. If you were to guess.
She stretches them really big and then like turns her foot out a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
That's how thick it is to get in there. And is
Yeah.
if you're inside, is there a way to open it from the inside?
If I recall, I think that yes, there is an emergency way to open it.
Finn's just gonna dart a look at Julia.
Yep.
Listen, if I can be frank here, I
you can
don't
be frank
hold
here.
as much power as you might think that I have, but I think if I learned anything in this job, it's that I should be able to pitch this in a way that might work. I can, you know it's in the vaults. I could point out where the vaults are. But your actions outside of are outside of my control, really. So, I mean, she's like looking at you,
Yes.
Julia, trying to like
Yes.
prompt it.
Yep.
And like,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
then
and if we do something wrong and you guys hate us, you can just kick us out when we're done, and we'll never come back.
yeah, I mean, and if you guys did happen to start at like the south end and the west end and then work towards the Twilight Bridge and maybe did it in such a way where there was like a little time for them to escape, then it's kind of like a win-win. I don't lose, win-lose, but we only
Or
lose, we don't lose people.
well, if we start where the fighting is, like the west end and the south end, and what seems like, you know, then it's who even knows why the bridge went down, but it's down, and that's probably a concern if I was living here.
Secretary Fink, have you ever been in a war?
No,
So if there's one thing that you referenced not having any as much power as you thought you had, or as we might think you
no,
had.
that's the power I don't have.
Um, in a war, you have as much power as you claim.
She seems oddly taken aback as you say that.
Like, do you have any idea who I am outside of this war? Do you have any idea who I would be outside of this war? No, of course not. You probably wouldn't give me the time of day if not in a war. I command the Grand Resistance because there's a war. You have all of the power if you have all of the access.
Well,
Permission plays no part in war.
I think the word you're searching for is information.
Yes.
All right, let's go for a walk.
Whatever you guys do is up to you. But I still need you guys to hear me that yes, I mean, bridge blowing up is one thing, but Ishkar did mention don't forget about, the like we are having more monsters to deal with than we can spare. So we don't forget that mission too. I will go to Parliament.
This will help us and give us more time to deal with the monsters.
Okay. That's fine. So I'm gonna go.
Can you draw some map to where the explosives would be?
Yeah. So she's going to draw you a map, where it's going to be one of the central large tower buildings that exist. Like it's almost a circular pattern, but it kind of seems more like it's just kind of like a staggered square, but there's like an inner and outer. The inner is the main like brass police station, and she's like, and then there, if you go, like, you kind of have to like, I guess one would have to break into the building and then find the vault that exists like down in the basement, and then boom, you have your stuff. Well,
Ishkar,
yes.
maybe we don't split up for this one. Maybe we just march every single fucking soldier right to where we need to be.
Where is that?
And Finn's gonna point at the map.
Oh, you're talking about take our entire force away from the conflict and move it into the capital city or into the capital district.
Yep, march our army into the capital district, take the supplies we need, and go distribute them to where they need to be.
Do you think that do you think that we have time? I mean, I hope we have time. It feels wrong to pull our troops away from where they're needed.
I'm just thinking it would be a lot easier to get all of this shit if we have an army behind us.
You have a
Um,
shield, and you
Right.
have other ways to do things. I mean, I've seen you guys do magical things. Nocturne, for the love of God, saved my life.
Yeah, sure wish we had knocked on
I
here. Sure wish we
teleported.
had everyone here.
I mean, we could just sneak in, Finn. and
All
we'll-
right, yeah, we can do a sneak mission. That's fine.
It'll be like
If
2
it goes
seconds.
bad, it goes bad.
We'll go sneak in, just
But
poof to the other side of the door,
I think
steal some shit.
Francesca or Mrs. Fink will play off everything as attacks from the enemy.
Yep.
Yes, I will.
Getting bad.
All right, fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay, well,
We don't have much time.
if you wouldn't mind, let me go a little bit first.
Yeah,
Actually, I can just teleport. It's way easier. I'll just do it that faster.
there you go.
So she will go up and run up to the teleportation circle, and she pulls out a little twig wand that's merely like the size of like a pencil, and she starts to like flick glyphs onto the circle, and you watch as this green light kind of like flickers into a very small circle for just herself, and then she's looks at you, and then just like does this like nervous like thumbs up, and then like she's gone. Ishikara looks at you guys and goes, "So how many men do you need?"
If we're doing a stealth mission, we just need us.
What? Yeah,
Good.
I was gonna say, what if we plan to start at the west end and bring a heavy force to maybe wipe out that in one go with the bridge, and then we move that heavy force from location to location.
Well, we should split into two heavy forces, do the south end and the west end at the same time, meet and collapse into the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do it that way.
Do we have enough troops for that?
Uh, I could. We should have the platoons from North Street and Harbor Town arriving momentarily. So you'll have at least 30 men.
All right,
in one.
forget these two walls next to Harbor Town. Forget the forget Harbor Town. Forget South Ave. Forget the park. Forget all of the shit in the middle. Focus on the bridges. Work our way around, and then go back and surround the middle.
Okay, perfect. So that
But why don't we act like nothing's changing until we get back with the explosives?
that sounds good. I will keep my men here, and rest up and wait for your signal.
All right. I feel uneasy about this, but fuck it.
Gonna be great, Finn.
To
We're
be
here.
fair, this city has done us no favors,
This
and
city fucking sucks.
they have been using the gold sales and our troops as if they were their own.
Yeah, that is not why we're here.
This city is a means to an end.
Yep.
And if the city falls in the process, it is what it is, as long as we kill the fucking target.
I hate to agree with you, but
And if it comes to it and we have to teleport our people out, then it comes to it and we have to teleport our people out.
we do what we can, but we don't lose everything. Got it.
Yeah, we are not martyrs for this city, we are martyrs for our own cause.
Let's go steal some bombs.
Bomb time!
All right, so perfect. With that, you guys can poke your heads out of the resistance barracks, see that it is, pretty shut down, ghost town 101. But you can exit the door and head straight towards the capital district. Let's see, how far is it? 1,000 feet. So it's a little bit of a walk. I'd say it probably takes. Are you running?
How long would you say it would
I'm-
take? Probably running.
I'd say it'd probably take you 30 minutes to run to the base of the police station.
Alright, then we're gonna do one of these.
Wait, before you cast anything.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay. Now you can cast it.
Nice.
Pass without trace, and then all four of us invisible. But first I'm gonna be like, anybody need to cast anything before we go? Because once I do this, we can't cast anything.
If Julia casts Path without a trace at that point, she's like, I think that's all I can do right now.
Alright. You know what? Let me true see before I turn us invisible.
Nice.
And I'm gonna do that extended so that I can have that for 2 hours.
Okay, so you got True Scene up, Pass Without a Trace up, and you're all invisible. So you start beelining it down Mainland Boulevard, and as you pass by one of these park areas, you can see that the trees are kind of poking out the top of the fog, but it is dense as it's sort of just slowly just billowing out from the tree line. You can see that there are men sitting out or like kind of standing there at the ready. Brass. The difference between the gold sails and the brass are obviously you can recognize your gold sails, but the brass have these steel helmets, but with brass inlaid and decorated sort of like ornamentals on it to kind of signify who they work for. But they're standing there at the ready. And right as like you probably get to like halfway down this street, you hear as you hear, "Get ready, man!" And you watch as two of these, I'm gonna butcher it again, glabrezus, yeah, whatever, come out and they start to engage these men as they collapse with their glaives and they clatter against the walls and they start ripping these dudes up. Like one of them gets in the gut. I will say, let's do this. Ooh, not good. So with the two, it takes. I mean, do you guys pause to watch, or do you just keep continuing to watch?
I mean, Finn's observing as they run.
Okay, all right, yeah. So as you run, you can by the time that's just starting to get out of like eyesight, you can see that it took probably 11 soldiers to take down these two creatures. So he tore them up, but eventually they were able to get them out, and they disappear behind you as you sprint towards the capital district. You get through the sort of commoner households, and now you're walking down sort of like mansioneers and these massive sort of just like castle-like homes that clearly rich people live in. Well manicured lawns, albeit kind of eerie that everything's completely empty and silent. You see a few lights here and there in windows from people who clearly are stupid and still in this area. But you can kind of cross these large flat stone walkways and kind of disappear into the jungle of all of these overlapping elvish in design like sort of skyscraper towers as you disappear into the capital district. There are very few I'd say guards or brass that are walking around. You don't see it until you probably get within 500 feet of where you can kind of assume is the the brass headquarters, based upon the fact that they have 4 standing guards just sitting outside the building. Lights all along the windows on the outside, so very clearly still in use. I'd say you probably get to about like 250 feet before I'll ask you what you guys want to do with your approach. You're coming up with the building's face. You're on its, I would say, 4 o'clock. So you don't see the facade really, but you can see the guards standing out front.
All right. Julia, why don't you get on Sheila's back? Magmon, why don't I grab you and fucking fly as quietly as we possibly can?
That's good.
Oh, you guys can't see each other. And Finn's gonna pick up Julia and put her on Sheila's back.
Thanks. I think I would have gotten it eventually, but yeah. Okay. So
With enough, just like
yeah.
All right, so this map doesn't. Does this give us access to where we're supposed to go in here?
what do you mean? Oh, wait, the map?
Yeah, does like the map she gave us, does it tell us how to get in there?
She said what you just gotta get in there and get in the basement. So no.
Okay.
It
So
said the
just gotta
police
get.
station basement.
You just gotta get through the door, right?
All
Yeah.
right, so yeah, we just go through the door then.
Julia,
I mean,
like,
Magmore kind of pipes up like, why don't you do like a fly around and see if there's multiple entrances?
That's a good point. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, I'll be back in fucking 1 minute.
perfect. Julia's gonna hop down from Sheila real quick and be like, I want to see something, and like walks quietly over between the 2 guards and just like jingles the door to see if it's locked or not.
It's open.
It's open? Okay, cool.
The front, like the front doors?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. They're open.
cool. She just walks back to Sheila. All right, we'll see till. Wait till Finn gets back.
I'll say as you jiggle the door, roll a stealth check with advantage, just for fun.
Okay.
See if you roll double ones.
Ooh, I need my other sheet.
Say DC is gonna be
I gotta find my stats.
because they're like right there, 13.
Okay. Stealth. So.
Wait, no, because you have pass without a trace up still.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, so it's good. Yeah, it's gonna be so easy.
So 26.
Yeah, dumb. Just for fun. You just don't even make a sound. You just kind of like pull it open a little bit, and you're like, it's not even latched.
Yep. So Julia has a plan depending on what Finn sees.
All right, Finn, as you do a quick 360 of the building, there is 2 points of entry. There's the front door, and it looks like there's also a minorly guarded back door. Instead of 4, there's only 2.
Okay. And Finn's gonna swing around and land next to them and be like, "Hey guys, I'm right here behind you. Just don't freak out." There's a back door with only 2 guards instead of 4.
Okay. So just a heads up, the front door is just open. So
That's a good plan B then. Distract these guards and just go in that door,
just
maybe.
walk in. Yeah, I mean, we just make a loud noise somewhere. I feel like that would be.
I mean, Sheila, can you like throw something?
Yeah, is there anything to pick up and throw?
I mean, you're kind of in like a back alley, so like, what roll perception check? You're gonna find something. The roll is to see how big it is. All
It's a
right.
9.
All right. So you can find like a fairly decent trash can. It looks like it's just kind of like, I mean, it's not a, it is, it's outside, so it's bolted to the ground. But I mean, you could definitely like rip that off if you wanted to.
Let's yank it off.
All right. Are you trying to be quiet about it, or are you just ripping it?
I'm gonna be quiet and just try to give it a lot of
Quick
force.
question. How close to the building are you guys currently? I gave you 200. Did you get closer?
I mean, I would have eventually walked all the way up to the front door, but I guess I would have also walked back. So
Yeah, you had to walk
Ye-
back.
Yeah, I mean, far enough to not be heard by them when we're talking.
mm,
Yeah. So I mean, with hushed voices, you could
Probably like
Sheila.
right up by the building, but like not near them.
Yeah. So you're fine. I guess with where you are. Well, it's you, Sheila. You know it's gonna make noise if you just rip it off. So
it's fine. Julia's
that could
like,
just place.
I mean, we're trying to make noise anyway, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying is why don't we just go? Like, are we going to the front door or back door? Front door, right?
Just do the fucking front door, and then that way we can go out the back door and just beat the two of them senseless.
Yeah, that's fucking easy. All right. Good luck, Sheila.
All right.
So as you guys walking to the front door immediately.
Whenever Sheila finally starts the commotion, Julia is one gonna like make her way back onto Sheila's back, and then two just gonna like scream bloody murder and be like, "It's one of them! They're here!" Whenever in conjunction with the sound, so hopefully trying to convince all four of them need to come and not just like, "Oh, just send one for like a little noise." Be like, "Oh shit."
What kind of alley cat's back there?
Yeah.
So, all right, Sheila, if you're not being stealthy, I'd say just what's your athletics modifier?
Plus 17.
Yeah, I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna make you roll for it. So you'll wait a good a little bit, and then I mean wrap your hands around this thing and just yank it, and the bolts just melt.
Mm.
And as you're like as you scrape it across the ground, this loud screeching noise echoes across the side of this building. And Julia, you say what?
It's one of the creatures. Oh God, I'm not gonna make it.
So Julia, please roll me a performance check.
Oh boy, here we go. Dump stat, here we come. Would you say it's with advantage?
I will change the modifier or change the DC, but that is not good enough.
It's just not very
So
convincing.
I'll do this.
Yeah,
All right.
no.
So you don't get all of them, but the three of them will like turn the corner and like kind of look around and see what's happening. Sheila, are you still holding like what do you do with the trash can?
Uh,
Because right now if you're holding it,
gonna,
just floating there.
I'm just gonna look down at Julia and be like, what do I need to do with this now?
Just like throw
Uh,
it in that direction. Or
Okay,
maybe
I'm gonna throw it as hard as shit in that direction.
Okay. So as you chuck it, we can hear it whistle out of your hand, and you hear as it leaves your hand, dude, was that thing just fucking floating? As it uh and it clatters to the ground and they like take their glaives out and just start like nervously walking towards where like that trash can was. Like, keep your eyes sharp. I could have sworn I saw something fishy. Um,
alright, Sheila,
Um,
now the time we need to get out of here.
yeah, I'm
they're
gonna pick up
walking.
Magmore and be like, I'll see you guys over there.
Yeah,
And
they're
then
like 10 feet
we're
in front of
We're gonna do like along the wall, like a kind of up and over.
Nice. Okay, so you can skirt across and above them. Julia, Sheila, you guys can just kind of like gingerly get out of their way silently. Everybody roll stealth checks one more time as you do this. Ooh, Magmore got a 19. Nice. Oh, and it's also plus 10, so yeah,
Yes,
29.
yeah.
So no problem whatsoever. You guys can silent as ever, just get past them. Find
Yeah.
yourselves at the front door.
So as we get to the front door, I'm gonna hold it open for Magmore, and I'm just gonna wait on the inside of the door, and then I'm just gonna wait for them to get close to it, and I'm just gonna push it open so they can come in.
All right. So roll me well, okay. So as you start to curl around the corner to get to the front, you like your body almost clips with the dude's head as he pokes around, is like, what the fuck was that noise? As he like moves over and positions himself so that like he can still like out of the periph maybe see the door. So I'm gonna have you roll stealth check with advantage,
Okay,
and everyone else,
22.
I will say that unless you don't want to, you can make the dash action and quickly disappear behind Finn's open door.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay,
Just
good. Okay, good. Um, so you guys get in there. The door closes. You hear the guy go, "What the fuck?" Like look over, startle a little bit. Dumb as a bag of bricks. And you guys can see it's glass. So it's like one-way glass. So you can see out, you can't see in. You look over and you watch him just like walking the face of the front of the building, just like swinging his glaive at the air. Now, just kind of like wondering what's going on. You find yourself in a fairly low hum of a police station where you're in like the entrance foyer where there's a big old crest to the brass on the floor that has a brass eagle along the top of it. Where are you guys going?
do we see any stairs or stair-like devices?
Perception check.
Okay.
You're not familiar with this building.
I'm not.
Finn, Julia, your eyes quickly dart to the two double doors that sit to your right that has a little plaque on it. You quickly move to it and read that this is the doors that will lead you to the stairwell to the basement, which is interrogation rooms, evidence, and city vault.
Is there literally a sign that just says City Vault with an arrow?
Yeah, but it's protected. It's locked. Like
I'm like, Julia looks at it and goes, wouldn't you want it to like be a secret? Whatever. I don't know.
you open the door. You walk through it, and you can see the stairs carry you downwards. You'll have to go down two flights of stairs that will switch back and forth. The first floor is the interrogation rooms, and then the second floor, it looks like it has both the evidence locker and the main vault kind of on the same level. Um, you are whistling stealthily past all of these like a few guards that are kind of just moseying about, keeping things like orderly, janitors. And there are three guards currently that are like in your way. There is one at the evidence locker that looks like he's behind this like glass pane, sitting at like almost like the entryway. And then very similar to the one you saw in Via Macania, if you guys remember that evidence locker. And then the vault is one of those huge ass fucking steel doors that has a large like a large intricate locking mechanism that's attached to the front of it with two guards that are sitting at either end of that.
Why are there guards here?
It's the vault.
Yeah, but like they should be defending the goddamn city.
Well, God
Everyone has
forbid
their purpose.
someone takes advantage of the situation in the city and comes and tries and steals all their shit. I mean, who would
Yeah,
want
but
to do something like that?
who would do that?
And
All right. Well,
then you hear a conversation, dude, why are we even here? Like, isn't there like a problem in the city? Like, why are we guarding the fucking vault?
is there a fire alarm anywhere?
Roll investigation check. No. You don't well, I mean, maybe there is, but you don't see anything after a quick glance.
All right. Well, there's not really any way around it. We're gonna have to knock these guys out.
What if we just teleport through? Can't you just like to the other side?
Yeah, I mean, I could.
Oh.
Yeah,
I can't teleport all of us, and also I don't know
but then you get
what's.
in and then you open it and then we do it that way.
Okay, so I open it, and then they go, "Why is the vault opening?" And then they just close it again.
Yeah, but then like we attack them when the vault's opening.
We pull them into the vault with us.
Ah, there we go. We'll just lock them in it. Perfect. Problem solved.
No, I don't. This plan's loosey goosey.
I can't see inside there, so I would just be teleporting blindly into a space that I have never seen before.
I mean, you
Okay.
can do more with less.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I see your concern. I mean, we can knock them out. It's just
Well,
so
I
be
was
it.
thinking Julia could do the thing. Can you go that far?
Um,
Oh
fuck it. I'll
yeah.
try. I won't be able to get back out if I can't get the door open, but
Well, if the door doesn't open, then we'll know to try something else.
yeah, give me like, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so Julia will get right up next to the door and then cast etherealness on herself
All right. So
and
roll a
fucking
stealth
run.
check.
Okay, so is this
I'll allow you
concentration?
to do it with advantage because you're gonna be like, I'll say like you like as you ethereal eyes yourself, you just kind of like will move with your invisibility.
Okay, so advantage, and it is not concentration, so I
Good
still
for
have
you.
passed without a trace up 25.
25. So you watch her almost just perfectly like just dissolve into the wall without anybody being the wiser. Uh, you, after 10 feet of solid lead, lead, steel, composites, you find yourself on the other side of the vault door. You look around, it's dimly lit with an overhead lamp that looks like it's burning like from a sourceless light, sourceless flame. Um, you see hundreds of boxes
Solid.
labeled food stores, that sort of thing.
Hmm,
You notice
interesting.
that a lot of those boxes, as you like look down, look like they've been like broken, destroyed. You take a few steps forward and you can like it's almost like someone smashed them up. And then you look at the whole picture and you can see that there's something odd about this vault. It seems lopsided. All of these boxes are stacked almost like slammed to one side, while the right side is completely barren. I want you to roll investigation check for me.
Okay. But
There's something off about this, and maybe with a few more minutes of looking at it, you might be able to figure it out. But it doesn't pass the sniff test. But with that investigation, you also can find that there is the emergency release, which is The only thing you have to do is you have to, you break the glass seal and then you have to pull this big old lever to let it release.
Okay, cool. So if all right, so Julia finds that pretty quickly. She's like, all right, cool. I got 10 minutes. She just wants to do like a lap of the edge of the vault and make sure there's like nothing
All
of
right,
concern that like
reroll investigation.
just looking for like danger or my God,
No, no.
like danger or traps or anything like that that might be like
Nothing of the sort, and more alarmingly so, no black powder or gunpowder.
solid, solid.
But you can make your lap. It seems safe. Looks like a normal vault that's very well sealed. And you're just looking this lever in the face.
Yep, yeah. At that point, she's just gonna crack it, pull the button,
So as she
hope to God.
cracks it, you hear bells as the police station just starts to erupt with this alarm. The guards outside of the vault are just sitting there. One of them gets startled out of his stool while the other one's like, hey, and he's like, dude, don't laugh. We're like, this could be fucking bad. And he's like, come on, look, we're in HQ. He's like, what could be going wrong? Look, the vault door is. Why is the vault door opening? Hank, the vault door is opening. Hank, and they
Is there
both like
is there
cringe.
room to slip in there?
Yeah, absolutely. Like by the time that they kind of like grab their shit and get like an area where the doors open, it's about 5 to 6 feet open.
All right, so I'm gonna lead like the other three of us into the vault
Okay, perfect.
as it opens, and I'm gonna like start to close it behind me.
It's up. You can't. It's. I mean, the door is like 25 feet big. It's like it's huge. Like
Okay.
it's on like a hydraulic mechanism.
Oh, okay. So Sheila probably couldn't even do that either.
I mean, Sheila would have to. She could try to break the hydraulics to close it, but like that would be a massive strength check.
Sheila, can you close that behind us?
I will attempt.
Okay. All right. Roll athletics. You see sparks shoot from the hinge mechanism, but Sheila, this might be the first time you've ever hit resistance that you couldn't move. And you could maybe budget like a quarter of an inch, but this thing ain't moving. And the guys on either side are like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? Dude, let's go get help. Let's go get help. They run out. The guy who runs the evidence locker, you can see him like he's doing some gesture, and then all of a sudden the glass just closes, and it looks like it shuts with like this sort of like protective shield. Little slit, so like it looks like he could still see out of it, but it looks like he has armored the um evidence locker.
Is
So
that like
Sheila,
the same area?
no, it's a different area. So
Okay.
you're looking at like you're looking into like a square room. The vault is on the back wall, and the evidence locker is like to your right on that wall, more in towards the rest of the building.
Okay, cool.
All right, Julia, what we got?
So yeah, you guys can all see Jill. Yes, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we can all see you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Julie's gonna be like, okay, so first thing, I didn't see anything of like danger or concerns at this point. It does. I couldn't figure it out, but it looks off, right? She's like pointing it out. She's like, everything's on that side of the wall, and I didn't find any black powder or explosives, so it's kind of a shit, uh, shit.
I
They
will
beat
allow
us.
you guys to both roll investigation checks. As you guys, as she's like something seems off. She's describing the room to you.
That was Sheila and Finn.
Yeah, Sheila, did you get a 28? No, that's your athletics. Sheila, you can roll an investigation.
Come on, nat 20.
Yeah. Oh wait, Magmore can roll one too. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So just for fun. Hey! So Magmore and Sheila both pick up very quickly that there are faint grid-like dust patterns that would kind of signify that there was a large amount of either barrels or crates on this one side that have been removed.
Those fuckers beat us to it.
It out of this city is really not cooperating.
Did the city? No, because and can Finn at this point see all of the other boxes that have been like broken into?
Yeah, like it looks like they have been like the back half of these boxes. It looks like someone took a weapon, like broke them apart, tried to light a little bit of it on fire. You can see, but
So
definitely looks like it's partially sabotaged.
either the city just gave them everything, or they did what we just did.
Hmm. To be honest, my bet is on the city just gave it to them. But
Does that mean that they have all the explosives?
That is what that would mean.
What are they gonna do with the explosives? They
They
are
had
blow up the bridges.
they took the entire stockpile of black powder from everywhere that we've been.
Well, obviously, I mean, obviously they're gonna blow something up, but what are they gonna blow up?
My money's on us.
I mean, as much as I think he doesn't like us, also we should probably get out of here.
Yeah, you do hear sort of footsteps echoing down from the hallway, but there's no movement directly in your vicinity yet. Yeah, that's a good idea, Julia. I mean, do we have a way out, Finn?
Yeah, give me a second. All right, I gotta use some reserve power. Yeah, okay, everyone just step in the circle. It's gonna take me a minute.
Let's do this outside the vault, maybe. Who knows what kind
Oh,
of.
yeah, true. You think it won't work inside the vault?
I don't want to take any chances.
Yeah.
Actually, can I see anything with my true sight? Any like
Hidden doors.
or like hidden doors or illusions or like anti anything fields?
So the first thing you pick up is that this vault is extremely protected. The amount of like energy and ether that is flowing through the actual like concrete of it
Mm-hmm.
is like, I mean, you've seen protection magic. This looks like protection on protection on protection.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you do find that in the very back of the vault, it looks like there is a little hideaway door. You can
No
see the
shit.
faint door-like outline, like silhouette of like this yellow energy.
Fucking
And
classic.
sitting in front of like in the middle of it, you can just see a like a loose yellow glyph that's sort of just like fading in and out on the front of it.
There's a way out right there.
What?
No,
Where?
no need,
I already
no
looked
need to use
around.
magic. Yeah, but well, you can't see it. It's a glyph. It's. Let me show you.
Oh shit.
Take your hand. Put your hand right here.
Chili is like bonk.
Nothing. It seems seamless. Just looks like it just he's putting your hand next on the concrete.
I don't believe you.
Can Finn activate it?
So roll an Arcana check for me,
Okay,
Finn.
20.
Nice.
Based on your experience, um this is a door that seems protected by some sort of magical means, so that maybe you have to, maybe there's a key, maybe there's a password, maybe there's a maybe there's a secret something, but it's not so easy as just opening it.
All right. Well, I don't have the goddamn knock spell, so All right.
You
Do
hear
it.
footsteps
Do it.
getting closer.
Use wish to cast knock.
That would
I
be
mean, at this point,
great. Oh my god. Please, not
do
not
do
so
do I do I think that that would work?
Yeah, with that Arcana check with a 20, absolutely. You're like, if I had knock, this would be like this gig.
Finn's just gonna sit there and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Of course it is. All right.
So you cast a wish to cast knock.
Yep.
And one of the stipulations of knock is that it creates a very loud sound. Now, after that sound happens, you watch a little vibration echo through the door, and the silhouette of the door lights up bright, almost burns into existence. And the rest of you watch as a black line is burnt from the top of the door all the way down on either side simultaneously. And then as it completes the bottom, it burns bright for this happens over the course of maybe 6 seconds, and then a little door handle pops out for you guys to open.
All right. Go ahead, guys.
Julie's like, the fuck was that, Finn? And like, as she's turning the handle, hoping it's not.
You open the door, it's a secret second vault.
Solid, solid.
So as you look around, you can see there you first off, it looks like there are quickly approaching guards. What are you guys doing with that?
Everybody in.
Yeah, getting into secret vault and shutting the
Yes.
door.
Close the door
Yes.
behind us.
Yeah. Finn, and you watched as the light that was burning bright as the door was visible now becomes dull, as it was before. And you guys watch the door frame seal, it just disappears. So you are effectively sealed into this room.
Well, this is wonderful. This is exactly where I want to be.
As you look around, there is a single, massive, gorgeously intricate chest.
All right.
Oh, cool.
With my
great.
true sight, do I see protection everywhere in this vault too?
This, yes. And you also see a secondary secret hatch that is located where, if you're looking at the chest, it's located to the left in the back left corner of this room. That looks like if you did something, maybe you could like that leads somewhere else.
Am I gonna have to do knock again because I can't do knock again?
It doesn't look like it's protected in that way. You
Okay.
to it, you can kind of fiddle around with it, and it's just a nice, very flush secret little like handle that you can pull up, and it looks like it's stairs that go down.
All right. Well, we're here, right? Does my true sight see anything on the chest?
No, chest is magical, but
Knock
nothing
would
that has its
knock would have been great for this.
Yeah.
Sorry. uh, what I mean, does it? Can we? How big is the chest?
It's fairly like a trunk size, so I'd say it's like 4 feet like wide
Would it
and
fit?
3 feet deep.
Okay. Would it fit through said secret hatch we just found?
No.
Damn it.
The hatch is like it's like a hidey hole escape route.
Okay.
Guys, you don't, it's open. And Magmore just like he was fiddling with the top and just
As he does, Julia like winces, thinking it's gonna like explode.
and he looks down and he goes, "Huh." And he pulls out the king from a chessboard.
Hmm.
The king like little like piece from the game of chess. And he goes, I don't get it.
Just throw it in a bag of holding or something. Let's get out of here.
Okay, he puts it in his pocket, and then he just looks over and goes, "Yeah, it's empty." Like puts his like half of his body in it. Yeah, it's empty.
Finn's gonna come look just to make sure there's no illusion magic on it.
There's no illusion magic. It is perfectly, I mean, just empty chest. Very, very nice. Velvet red on the inside.
King from a chessboard. That's that. Why do I feel like that's Thaddeus telling me that we're walking into a trap?
Probably because it's true.
Yeah, but who's the king? Him or me?
I don't know.
All right, onward.
Okay, so you guys can continue down through the stairs, and you find yourselves in a little like underground passageway. You walk and you walk and you walk until it finally goes to another flight of stairs that continues upwards. And you go up, and then you find yourself in the basement of I mean, it seems like maybe it's like a bar or something. Like there's giant wine casks everywhere. There's barrels that are empty. Um, and it looks like there's a staircase that can take you out of this place. You follow that upwards, and you find yourself in a broken down, run down, derelict bar. I mean, this place must have been closed down for maybe years. It's so like the dust buildup is insane. I mean, look, there's graffiti everywhere. But you walk
Um,
out and you find yourself right on the opposite side of here, over by the Gandy Dancer. It's about, after all that fun, I'd say it's probably starting to get like 4 or 5 o'clock. What are you guys doing? No one around you. I mean, this building is clearly just empty.
we're circling back to the resistance barracks.
All right. So how are you doing? So walking, flying, teleporting?
Teleportation circle.
All right. Easily enough. Don't have to worry about any prying eyes. You can finish your chalk circle and teleport yourselves right back to the resistance barracks. As you can see that there has been a little bit of a effort to put together 3 teams, or there's 3 platoons that are currently kind of like on standby, waiting for you to arrive. And as the flash of light takes over the teleportation platform, Ishkar looks at you and goes, "How did it go?"
Finn holds out his hand to Magmore.
He takes the little king thing and puts it in your hand.
Finn throws it on the ground in front of Ishkar.
Just clatters. Huh. Checkmate.
Yep.
What does this mean?
It means he's got all the blasting powder. It's all gone.
You watch your eyes widen. How did they get in? What are they doing with it?
Secret passageway to an old abandoned uh bar
What?
into the city vault.
Yeah,
What
not
the
really
f-
great design if you think about it.
Well, how'd you,
I mean, we just went through the front door. It wasn't that hard, but
Oh yeah.
regardless.
so we have no explosives. What can
Nope.
we do now? We're coming out
Uh,
of
I can tell you what I want to do now, but that would be the opposite of what I think we should do now.
We need to do all we can to try to preserve this city. And if we can't do that, then we will run. We already talked about this.
Right. At this point, I think it would be prudent to focus all of our efforts on the naval attack, because what in the fuck are we doing here?
Well, we were trying to defend the city from the inside.
No, we were trying to use it as a strike point. Thaddeus is already here, so
Yes, we were using it as a way to surround them, and they now have us surrounded. This city is
I could have all of our troops back into this building by nightfall.
lost, and there is no way to save it.
yeah.
That is a decision that does not lie on my shoulders. Captain.
Magma, I need you to contact Secretary Fink and let her know that we were beaten to the punch. And we can do what we can, but this will not be our last stand here.
Okay. Okay, Mrs. Fink. All of that. This will not be our last stand here as he ends.
Alright, so we'll scoop all the troops up and bring them back.
Say it again. Sorry, Joe.
Oh, so sounds like we're gonna. I mean, luckily this is now and not a day from now, or not like a couple days from now. We should have time to bring everyone back.
Okay, well, what is the current plan? Am I bringing all of our troops back here?
Let's
Yeah.
pick let's pick one let's pick one hot zone, see what we can do with the one hot zone, and see how difficult it would be to do it with the rest of them.
Okay,
Swarm it, overwhelm it.
that's fine. As long as you're okay with getting inside the fog.
I've got another probably hour and a half before I can not see in the fog.
Okay, so you wanna, could you go like scout?
Yeah, I'll go scout right now.
Oh, that's yeah.
Is it
Oh, we've been needing that.
when we walked by the fog the first time? Was it like the green fog or the black fog? Black fog. Okay.
No specialty, just regular fog coming out.
Regular old fog.
All right, Finn's gonna go up to North Street Hot Zone.
All right. So you take off, fly overhead, with your true sight up. You're going to pass by a couple guys that are still in combat, in taking down a single Orthon that is surrounded by other Glad Rezus.
He will ether blast as he swings by.
Nice. Ghost roll to hit. Yeah. With that, as they like stab him in the gut and he like staggers back and pulls his crossbow up and it looks like he's gonna get one last shot off on the last guy, you just blow his head to one side and then forward and then clean off. And it rolls onto the ground. And then you just zip right overhead and try to head straight into the middle of the fog.
Yeah, he's gonna be like quippy to the officers or whatever and just be like, look alive. As he just like flies by.
The guy looks up, sees you, and just gives you like a quick salute, and then like starts like getting on his like swivel, looking for the next thing. You fly over three more Glabrezus, and then you can see that sitting at this kind of the center of this fog hot zone is a large blown out manhole like pit that looks like it goes straight down, guarded by a Orthon, as well as a creature that you guys probably haven't seen yet. It's also a fiend, and it looks like a little armored dog. Dog. Wait, it has like the proportions of a large pit bull. It has this like weird barbed tongue that's just kind of hanging out of its like circular maw. It doesn't look like it has any eyes, but definitely outfitted for combat. And they are good. And they are currently kind of just like sitting there looking in watch.
All right, Finn's gonna go invisible, and as he approaches the hole, he's just gonna dive bomb into the hole.
Could you tell me, okay, so you're going from overhead and then straight down?
Yep.
Okay. Um, so as you roll me a stealth check, not with advantage, please. And he still got the fucking crit. All right, well, spoiler alert, they may be able to see you. But that doesn't stop you from just going straight down, wings basically tucked completely in or non-existent at all, as you just kind of as you disappear down the hole.
I think I would like position myself so I'm just like this, but feet first.
Okay. You are going to hit something squishy. Almost like sort of like shooting out from the side of the hole. Because you
Mhm.
aim for the middle, right?
Yep.
Roll a dexterity save. Uh unfortunately, like so you hit this weird sort of squishy thing and you slide off of it. Your head bangs against the stone. You take 11 points of damage, but you continue sliding down this manhole, and eventually your feet splash into the water, like at least 100 to 200 feet. I'd say like 150 feet below where you like saw like the actual ground. And you look around and you can see that you are in a completely unlit, still very foggy sewer system. Looks like it's about 20-foot ceilings, 10, 30-foot wide, like full tunnel, but it looks like there's 10 feet of disgusting sewer sludge water that's flowing underneath you with platforms that sit on top, like on either side, that are 10 feet wide.
All right.
With about a foot of water.
So could I surmise that it was a fog spawn that I just squished up against?
Pretty much.
Okay.
But you hear above you, what do you think that was? Or no, actually, do you understand Fiendish?
Common, Elvish, Gith, and Primordial.
Yeah, so you just hear a bunch of like a bunch of guttural fucking sounds coming from the tunnel. From the manhole above you.
All right, wings back out. I'm just gonna go down the tunnel for a bit.
All right. So if you're there, so you can head. You can head free. That's the easiest way.
I would like to head in the direction of Harbor Boulevard, if I can figure that out.
That way.
Yeah,
Okay, here. Let me pull up my sewer system.
yeah,
You can
because I went in there.
you went in North Street?
Yeah, I went in North Street, and I want to go
Went in
towards Harbor Boulevard.
Okay, you went in North Street. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can make your way down that way plenty. It's looks like it's just a bunch of like shitty sewers. Um, how far do you go?
I am probably gonna go until I can see the hole that goes up to Harbor Boulevard.
Okay, all right. So you're saying you enter there, you go to harbor. All right. So once you get towards harbor, you can obviously there are you can see that there are more things that are
I'm
kind of
I'm I'm not going up. I'm just getting to the point where I can see up the thing.
yeah. So sitting below that, I'll
Mhm.
say you can witness the ascension of one of these fiends, the Glabrazus, where they just start with their little hands are pulling themselves upwards, like into the manhole, like where you can only assume the manhole like column is going to be.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna.
they're echoing. Over.
All right. Can I just like swing around and like go through the tunnels for a little bit, see if I see
You're
anything? I kind of have a hunch that I'm gonna stumble upon like black powder somewhere.
okay. All right. So you start here. You move down this way. You're gonna head here. You get to a fork in the road right about here. Keep in mind, Julia, Sheila, he's been gone for a little bit after this.
Yeah, no, it's
I'd
fine.
say we're cresting on like maybe like 5-10 minutes.
Unfazed at this point, based on
Okay.
how Finn runs. Yeah.
All right. Finn, you have a left and a right. Which way do you go?
Um, right.
All right. You head down. You get to another intersection, left or a right.
Left.
All right. You hit a T intersection.
Right.
You slow up because you start to hear you can see an orthon is now sitting and directing a new wave of demons up the column as you are now at the harbor town, the H-Town hot zone.
Can I see where they're coming from?
Roll perception check.
Okay.
You're at a four-way intersection, by the way. It's hard to tell because you don't really like. There's none that are currently like either coming or going, so you can just see the ones that just disappeared up, and then the orthon sitting at the base.
All right, and then
Roll stealth check. Oh, yeah, roll stealth check for me.
12.
Okay.
And they had said that they were coming up every like 5-10 minutes.
Every like 30 minutes.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, every half hour or so.
All right. Fuck it. I'm gonna go straight through.
Okay, then I'm going to roll one of these. Nice. As you approach, you can see that his massive tusks twitch, like his head twitches a little bit, and then his head swing to basically meet yours as you are quickly approaching him. He goes, and you watch him start to go for his crossbow. We're gonna roll initiative. It is
Okay.
getting late though, so do you guys, when do you guys want to wrap it up here?
If
What is let's go over this. What is your current plan? Is your current plan to fight him or disengage and run away?
Disengage and run away. If you want me to, I was just gonna dimension door through this guy and like dimension
Absolutely.
door 500 feet ahead.
Yeah, absolutely you can. So let's just roll. Let's roll initiative just for fun. I want to see if I can shoot you first. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. So he grabs his infernal crossbow. And he rolls to hit 15.
No.
Boo. All right. You watch.
Oh, you can see me. Whoosh.
Yeah. How do you figure out which one it is? Ooh, yeah. So the arrow, while it's like spinning, you can just dodge it as it's going past you. And you can see that it has this sort of like purple and white ether that is like uh it being expelled from the tips of the arrow as it whistles past you with like almost this like sweet aroma. But then now it's your turn. So as he's sitting there, he goes, "Roar."
No. And then dimension door.
Yeah. You are gone 500 feet where?
Straight through.
Straight through, baby. All right, first off, how far does that get you? Nice. Oh yeah, you're fucking way far away. So yeah, you're here. But you hear echoing down from where you came a where are you going?
Straight.
All right. Find yourself at a sort of mimicking the split you saw on the opposite side of the harbor. It looks like you can continue down this, or you can like double back and head backwards. Do you go left or right? Do you continue forward or go back?
Are there any ways to get up that aren't being guarded like around me?
Not you can currently see.
All right, I'm just gonna keep going straight until I can find a way out.
Okay. So as you continue straight, can you roll me a stealth check as you start to hear
Yeah, I'm not also not invisible anymore.
multiple fiendish voices and growls and grunts coming?
All right, that's 15.
You just don't have one. Okay. That's good for you. Yeah. So you are completely hidden, but you start to hear this sort of multiple layers of different guttural voices, and as you approach, you can see that you're a few of these orthons are sitting almost like on guard, and you can see behind them there's a like mat. Obviously you're kind of covered in fog, but then there are multiple like Glabrazu voices, and you hear them go and they almost like gates part, and they point to three of these fiends, and you watch them just run out, run right past you. Thank God with a 5. It looks like they are headed back to where you were.
All right, I'm going to dimension door straight up into the street.
Okay. I'll say you miss it by maybe a foot or so, but you can kind of look, and if you were looking and if you went straight up, you were looking directly at one of those parks that is covered in fog.
Which I can see through. So what can I see?
It looks, I mean, there's some demons that look like they are like sort of like on like kind of wandering around inside of it. And if you want to do a flyby, you
I'm gonna fly up and I'm gonna fly over the wall towards the bay, but I want to see what I can see as I'm flying.
okay, it looks like it has sort of a similar setup that North Street had. It looks like the manhole is currently being guarded, and then they are like as you are flying around, you can see that they have like released two more out of like what looks like just to be a hole in the ground, and then they like proceed to then kind of like go towards and out into the city.
All right. All right, I'm gonna barrel over the wall, and based on my earlier assumption, I'm gonna go to the sewer access gate that we went through the first time,
Right?
and I want to see if they're coming in there.
You look around. You don't see any ships, but you do see, I mean, there is evidence of them coming through here. There is like fecal matter. There's like some black tar looking substance that's stained the walls. But it doesn't look like they are coming through this sewer gate, like from the outside in.
Okay. All right. Well, that's that, I guess. Turn myself invisible and fly back to barracks.
All right, cool. Boom. You fly overhead. You see with your path, you'll be able to see that it looks like they have set up these parks to be almost like new zones. So they are heavily populated and coming out of those areas. But you land at the resistance barracks. Door, you open the door, you walk in. He was gone for about 45 minutes, roughly. So it took you long enough.
I did a sweep of the tunnels. Each tunnel coming up has a fog spawn. They're all heavily guarded. If we had somebody who could bring lightning down, we could probably take out the fog spawns that way.
We know people like that.
Uh,
They're not here though.
I believe you got a little fairy that can do that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Barnaby. He's currently fighting. Where is he?
If I were to make a recommendation, bring down lightning into the manholes, because the one fog spawn that I ran into was just sitting in the manhole.
Oh, so they like have him sit like, and then they kind of.
And then they're protected by fiends around the manhole.
Well, getting to the manhole is going to be difficult.
Right, because you can't see in there, but I could make somebody able to see in there if they could do the lightning.
Well, I
I
mean,
believe we could make that work.
Finn, it sounds like really all we need to do is take out these fog spawns, and then it'll be a much more even battlefield.
Yes, I agree. So, do we have somebody who can do lightning while we go back to our ship and regroup?
Yeah, I can get Barnaby out here and we can attempt to try and neutralize the fog spawn.
Yeah, they can see they can see through invisibility, so I would
Right.
the Tusky boys can see invisible things. So stay as far away from them as possible.
Okay, good to know. I will run that past the men.
Um, well, as soon as you can get Barnaby back here, I can give him the ability to see through the fog.
Right. Well, I don't. He's out and about. I will have to make a call. I will have to go see where he is. It takes pretty good time. As she starts asking around the platoons and checking forms that are like kind of hung up on barracks, she goes, well, just hang tight for like, I don't know, like 20 minutes. He should be back. I believe his platoon is coming in. So you guys can kind of like anxiously kick back while these guys start to muck about waiting for the next mission. But eventually another platoon kind of barrels through the doors and buzzing right past them is the familiar face of Barnaby. Oh, hi. How are you guys going? It's rough out there. Good to see you.
First mate Bell, pleasure to see you again. I am going to give you the ability to see through invisibility. You need to remain as
Okay.
far away as possible from the tusk creatures,
Okay.
and you will also be able to see through the fog. You
Sounds like
need
I'm
to
coming into a plan halfway here.
pull lightning down from the sky into these manholes because that's where the fog spawns are. If you can do that,
Oh, is that what's on the inside of these places?
yes, you're gonna have 2 hours to do this. I will give you 2 hours. You need to get rid of as many of these as you possibly can. If you can
Oh,
do that, you can at least level the playing field for a little bit while we go back to our ship and regroup. We can come back tomorrow.
all right. Do you have you seem to have a lot of information and little time. Where should is there like a main place I should focus?
All of the fog points, they're all spawn points.
I think. Do you know of one that's more important? I can. All right. You know, what, I'll just start
Well-
at start at Harbor Boulevard.
Harbor
Pick my-
Town. Harbor Town seems to be the nexus point.
Okay, actually, you know, we could start there. And then
Or
what if I
start
what
or
if I did
start by the Bell Bridge
I
and work your way around.
I got a plan. Yeah, I got a little loop I can do.
You have someone else that can fly with
now-
you just to protect you.
Yeah, no, I think I'll be fine. Too bad. I mean, the problem is not ain't nobody else can fly like me, and I'm really fast. So
Yep.
I can be quick. Can take some bit, but all right. You gonna
Just-
give it to me?
Yep, just stay out of range of these fucking assholes.
I will do my best. All right. He looks up. Whoa.
Yeah, cool, right?
Very cool. Oh man, do you get like this all the time?
No, just when I do the spell.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. All right.
But
Well,
you're on a
I got
timer.
that. Ding! And he winks at you and just kind of buzzes right past. The door is still open from his platoon. He's in charge of one of the larger ones, is still kind of barreling through. And be good, guys, wash up, and then disappears off into the night sky. Because it's properly dark now that you guys are back into the after Finn gets back. So with that, we'll end the session here with you guys still at the resistance barracks. Are you guys going to the Terror for sleep? Or are you sleeping here?
Terror for sleep, for sure.
Okay, so are you gonna wait till Barnaby gets back before
Sure
you?
am.
Okay, all right. So,
Because if he doesn't get back, we're not going back to the Terror.
all right, so he gets back. I'd say fast as he can go. Let me roll. He's able to get 77% of the hot zones taken care of. So that's a good chunk. I'll say he removes the fog from North Street, Harbor. Leave that for now. Teardrop, South Ave, Sunset Bridge, Southtown. And no, yeah, that makes sense. He gets all of the smaller ones. And then he'll get that last. And he will come in panting. I did it. I did it. And I stayed out of sight. And I got like all of them bitches done. Except for the parks. I didn't get all the parks. There's 3 parks left.
Well, there's always tomorrow.
Okay. I did good though. I did good. There's the fog's there. They seem real pissed. Good thinking though with that if we could have just been able to get and see that, well, that would have been the key. You really solved this for us. Thank you.
Well, at least you can make it through the night, and then we can do some more tomorrow.
All right. Well, we'll batten down the hatches. What time you come back? Early?
Yeah, early. I've got a pot of whales to bring over here, but
What are you gonna do with whales?
well, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
I don't want to worry about it. With that, Ishkar will come over and go, come on, Barnaby, let's get you some relaxation. You need it. And he's just like, all right. And then he just kind of like sits on her shoulder, looks to you guys and goes, rest up. I'll get my men prepped and ready to go.
Yeah, Ishkar, he can't lead a platoon. We need him for utility.
Look, I'm sorry that things got the way they are. I will make sure that this does not happen again, but things got crazy and their leaders were coming down and we had to organize, and partly it was his idea.
I
And
understand. No, I know, and I don't
I
blame you.
could do it, man. We took it to him. He's just like deliriously saying this because he just flew around the entire city, also while like avoiding tons of attacks.
You can't be an infantry for the same reason that I can't be an infantry.
I wasn't infantry.
We need it elsewhere.
All right, no more frontlining.
Yep, there you go.
So boring.
I know that's so hard to do as a utility character.
So boring. All right, well, let's. I'm gonna put Tim to bed. I wish you guys all the best. Sleep well. And tell the rest of them that things are got. We will be victorious here.
All right, I'll do that. See you soon.
Just gives you like the big old forearm handshake. Brings you in for a hug. The rest of you can do the same. Hop on to the teleportation circle, I believe.
No. All I got left is teleport.
All right, so just lickety split. You guys can, in a little like sideways, almost like flare, disappear and then reappear almost in a pop onto the tear of the deep. Magmore goes, well, I'm going to bed, like now.
Yeah, same.
Um, it's like kind of like somberly walks away. Like maybe my god has something to say by now.
Wait,
But
Knocked On? Is Knocked On here?
he's not. He's over in Via Macania.
He was supposed to send them both back.
He's still working on him. It
It's
may
been hours.
okay. Have you've never been on a project with AJ before, but things get out of hand very quickly, and designs become elaborate, and you can't compromise on a good design.
Magmore, please. Like, Tallinn needs a rest. We need Jeremy back.
I mean, look, I'll message him like, hey, Xander, what the fuck is taking so long? And can you send Jeremy back? We need him. He says you can't rush perfection and just hold on. You guys like
Okay.
wait for like a quick second, like maybe about a minute passes, and all of a sudden you see this, and Jeremy's just sitting there going like, "Oh man,
Yeah, it's your turn.
they're getting into it over there." That Xander guy, wicked smart. Also, I think he's crazy. I think I think a sociopath is the right word for it.
Yes and yes. And
Okay.
that's why we need him.
I assume I'm here for the night shift.
Sure are.
All right. Solid. And then the change of the guard happens, and Tom's like just kind of walks past you guys and goes, "Hey guys, hope everything's good." He's dead tired.
Did you see the whales? Have the whales been here?
Yeah, they're hanging out around.
So Phantasma's out there somewhere, probably.
Yeah, they're kind of like just like moseying about.
Okay, perfect. We'll deal with that in the morning.
Okay, good night. And he just
Good
like
night.
walks past you, still eyes closed. You do hear tap tap as like you guys are starting to like the lights on, and you see Phantasma like look through, stick her head out. She sticks her tongue out, and then she comes in, and we will pick back. Oh no, let's just finish this conversation.
Yeah, I'll just debrief
Yeah,
Phantasma and then we'll go to sleep.
you just like, oh good lord. You know, the people who run that city, I never sit quite right with me. So I don't want to say that they deserve this, but they kind of deserve this. The people don't, but they do.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the people that are going to pay and not the people that are in charge.
I promise you, I will be there tomorrow with you.
And this is the problem with governments.
Yeah, they're not great. People are better off free.
But
In
the last city I tried to liberate is now under lockdown, so we're having a great time.
well, one problem at a time.
Yep.
All right. So she actually like will bring you in for like a tender embrace and like put her head, like her forehead, just like tap it against yours because sleep off. And you guys can all bed down for the evening. Not a problem whatsoever. Not even a Thaddeus voice in your head. And we'll wake up the next time, next session, bright and early, with what you guys are gonna do next in the great city of Eden. Thank you guys for sticking with us. It's late. Screw you. Just kidding. We love you. Come back next week. Hopefully, same time, same place with more people. Stay safe out there, you guys.